We have Alex Gregory here.
What's going on, man?
Thanks
How
for
are
coming
you?
in.
Thanks for having me.
What's new?
Same old stuff. Working, trying to get through this Corona pandemic. Clubs are still going. Living.
Are they actually opened up though? Because like right out here outside, do you see that curfew sign?
Yeah.
It says 1 to 5.
Even like, and I won't say like what places stayed open, but a lot of the clubs, they found a way to like get around like a lot of places. If you had like a food exposure, like say, oh, you serve food or you have a kitchen, you were allowed to stay open. So these places were like finding ways to stay open, and they would slowly move it to a party, and they would have people go in there like check for masks or whatever. But if you're sitting or at your table, there was a way around it, and they like got smart with it. And then you see Florida, and it's like everyone's still going crazy.
But yeah, they're going out. But
whereas like the rest of the world
it's just fucking
sitting home.
Yeah.
And now California's like opening back up a little bit. In New York, it's like I don't really know what to think of the whole thing, but I love Florida, so we're pretty lucky, especially with our industries. Like a lot of DJs are like trying to make it on Twitch now, which is like people are getting creative. But
isn't that? I thought that was a gaming site.
It is, but a lot of these guys, like you could do like a lot of people. There's people that do like IRL stuff, like in real life, like basically IRL, and do like a whole video.
What's IRL?
In real life.
Oh, in
it's
real
like
life.
The abbreviation. And there was one time, and I always thought of it as like a gaming thing. And there was a guy downtown, and I forget his name, but he was a popular streamer. And he's like streaming, and he's like talking to his stream. And we're like, what are you doing? And he was actually trying to get like some kid to like fight, like probably just for content, like fight somebody or whatever. So I was like, oh, what's your name? Whatever. He's like, oh, he's a big streamer, whatever it is. And he just goes around, whatever, filming, and he had like 60,000 people watching him.
That's fucking crazy, dude.
And then he got into like a big trouble because people would watch his stream, and he was like going onto a plane, and people calling like a bomb threat on the plane.
What?
Yeah. So they like, it's crazy. And it's like, I look up his net worth. He's worth like millions of dollars just from people like watching him walk around and do dumb shit. It's crazy.
But see, I thought Twitch was specifically for gaming.
I thought so too, but now it's like.
So what, you can get on there and you can just DJ on it?
You could go on there and talk, like, and people, like, there's a market for it.
So it's kind of like a YouTube in a way?
I guess so. I mean, a lot of these guys, like the gamers now, and you would think like back in the day, gamers were like nerdy, whatever, and now these guys, like, you see, like at Coachella, they have like Ninja playing Fortnite during the middle of the thing, and they're like, the gamers are like the cool guys now. And you'll see them do like the pro-am things where they'll play like Fortnite with like a professional athlete, and it's like a big market. But Twitch, I guess now they have everything.
They're just expanding.
Yeah.
Are you on that TikTok thing?
I lurk, but I don't post, which I should. I mean, I've heard that's like the new thing now.
Yeah, me and him were just talking about that. I hate it. I think it's fucking.
It's corny.
It's corny as fuck, but I know business guys are killing it with it.
I see some dudes that are on there that will do like some DJ stuff. They'll just do like 5 quick songs, and then it kind of transfers over to like your YouTube and your like Instagram. So like I probably should be on it. I mean, if it could fall over to like anything, a lot of these kids are like killing it. But I feel like almost it's like a trend. Like it'll die down a little bit.
Yeah.
But then there's like a lot of sides of TikTok. Like you have like the whole dancing thing that like is like big. Then you have like the really dark humor side of it where they're like saying fucked up jokes and stuff. Then you have like the gamers, and now like all the time you see like the stock stuff. Now it's like I feel
stocks
like,
on TikTok,
dude. It's you have these kids pumping these stocks, and it's like they have such a big following that people are like. That's what happened with like that Reddit thing. Did you ever see like the Wall Street bets thing now?
Yeah. I use Reddit. I mean Reddit is that was tough to deal with, but you get a lot of traffic from Reddit.
Yeah,
you should put your things on there.
I saw like I only used to, excuse me, I only used to go on there and like read like some stock stuff, and there will be like, just like good information people talk. It's like a big forum, and now it's like all over the news and stuff.
It's huge, and the way you would do it for you, you have to open up a personal one, and then you have to get karma.
Yeah,
So
I see. It's like you get like
it's so fucking
awards and
complicated.
stuff.
Yeah, it's so fucking complicated. And I finally figured out what the fuck to do because it doesn't tell you exactly what to do.
Yeah, one time I posted and I got like striked. I got like banned for
Yeah,
a week
yeah.
because I probably said something.
But it doesn't
like,
tell you what you can't do. I did too. I got banned from one of the forums for posting a link.
yeah,
But it's like this, like the moderator had like a 90 million paragraph like
It's
disclaimer,
yeah,
and it was just a link.
yeah.
And I got banned from the thing. But it does. It brings business attention like crazy. But they
Yeah.
make it so retarded.
Yeah,
You got to make a personal one. You got to get the karma. The karma is you have to like go around and comment on people's posts.
yeah,
So somebody says, what do you think of the iPhone 12?
yeah.
Well, this is what I think. And you got to do like 300 of them.
Oh, so it's almost like you got to get like points to start posting
Yeah.
on there.
So now, meanwhile, you're building your own personal Reddit page, right?
Yeah,
You're putting your post, but the only people that are going to see it are the people you send the link to.
yeah,
So now when you get 50 karma, which is 300 posts,
yeah,
and it's got to be like, there's like a word amount. It's so fucking crazy.
yeah,
Then when you get to that point, now you have enough karma. So you would start, it would be you / Adam Gregory,
Yeah.
right? Then when you get 50, it goes to R / Adam Gregory. When it goes to R, now you're public. Now you're like in the public thing, and you come up in the search, you come up in Google. So now
So you're almost like the more posts you get, kind of you grow, and then
Right.
you get more people that are like,
but what sucks is, meanwhile, you have your personal one, the U / one,
yeah.
and you just posted all that shit.
Oh,
Now
shit.
you finally get to the R, that doesn't transfer over,
Mm.
and now it's empty. And any followers you got from the link don't move from your personal one, don't follow over to the R.
Cause I go on there and
It's
lurk,
tough.
but I don't like post like that. Like I'm always lurk. Like same thing with TikTok. I'm on there lurking and just like seeing. But there was like a lot of money to be made too with like the whole Reddit thing that just happened because they basically with those like GameStop thing and everything.
Yeah, what happened with that? I don't.
So like what happens is, so say like for GameStop for example, it's like it's almost like a failing business model. Like anything you buy online, game wise, you could just buy it online now. You don't have to go to GameStop like back in the day and like go buy the physical game. And besides that, like what else does GameStop have? They have games. They buy and like sell games. So when you think a company's going to go out of business, instead of like buying it because you think it's going to go up, you short it and it's going to go the other way. So
Okay.
there's a bunch of people shorting these stocks, like big institutions. And say the stock starts to go up, you're losing money if you're shorting it. So
And what's shorting it mean?
so basically it's like instead of say I was going to say Amazon, I think it's going to grow, right?
Yeah.
So I buy the stock at 3,000. And if it goes up, I'm making money. Now you could bet the opposite way and be like, Amazon's going to go out of business. I think they're going to do shitty. And you could short it and for it to go down. But the bad thing about shorting it is you're ups like you could get your whole entire account knocked out because you could go to $1 million. Like the share price could go to $1 million. When I buy a stock, the worst that's going to happen is it's going to go out of business and I'm going to lose all my money. Whereas like if it goes up and you're shorting it, your entire account could get wiped out. So what happened is there's big money shorting this stock and they're basically, and you see it, like there's like places that show like the short interest of shares, and basically there was more shares shorted than bought. So when they started to pump it up, when it started to go up, these institutions had to buy at this high price. So they're like, it's ripping up. It went from, and I had like a pretty big position in it in December.
With GameStop?
Yeah. And I was telling my friends about this too, like, but whatever. And I was like trying to, and I don't like try to time stocks ever. Like that's how you don't make like not generational wealth, but if you trade for a couple percent, it's like, that's not big. Like that's not how the big money's made. Like buy and hold, I feel like is like the way to go. But I was like, oh, I'll mess around with it, whatever. And I ended up selling it, making money. I'm like, oh, I'll be able to rebuy one more time before it was called a short squeeze, what made it fly up. And of course, like into January, it started to happen. I was like, oh, I'm not going to chase it up. And if I wouldn't have sold when I did, and I like posted this online, my position would have been worth 1.6 million if I didn't sell it.
Really?
So it hurt a little bit, but I
But
mean,
it's a gamble.
that's the game. Like that's
I was
the
talking
game.
to John about that yesterday. It's a gamble with this shit.
It's the game. Like that's the game of stocks. It's like everyone's always like woulda, coulda, shoulda. Like you could have bought Apple when it was $2 and been.
We wouldn't be sitting here right now.
On a jet right now.
We'd be we'd all be on a fucking island.
So it's like, woulda, coulda, shoulda, but.
Is that what that whole? Because I saw it on. You ever watch Lou Later or like Open Box Therapy? He like opens like new electronics, and then he has like a little show.
Oh, okay.
And he was talking about the game, but I didn't get to hear it all. That's why I didn't know.
Yeah, I didn't understand it.
And it was all over the news too. It was insane.
I heard about it, but I was just like, what the hell does this mean?
It was kind of like a weird, like, the way it gets set up is like how that short squeeze happened. It happened with Volkswagen back in the day.
I remember that.
And it was like all over. And then now when that happened, a bunch of other companies, like same thing happened, like AMC, they were talking about the theaters.
Yeah, AMC, yep.
Because obviously the Corona thing, no one could go watch movies.
Yeah.
And everyone's like, oh, we're just gonna stream now. It's like, whatever. So then that one started to like fly up, and then usually like I do like the boring investing stuff, and we'll get into it, but if someone's all in on something, I don't want to be in that side of like, I don't want to be with everyone else. I guess it would be called like contrarian.
Yeah.
So like one of the other big trades I made was like malls. Everyone's like, oh, malls are going to go out of business. Amazon, everything. You don't need to go shopping anymore. But you go to the mall still, like holidays and everything. I mean, with the Corona or whatever. But malls are still packed. Like people want to go and look at stuff and try stuff on. So I like bought this one mall REIT that I did pretty good during Corona.
My initial thought would be malls are fucked.
Yeah.
But then when you think about it a little bit more, right? So if you buy something, you're going to probably want to try it on.
Exactly.
You might order. Well, what you'll do is
way.
you'll order it online. It will be fucked up.
Yeah.
And then you're going to end up going to the mall anyway.
Yeah.
And like women with the Louis bags and the Gucci bags.
Yeah, the girls.
They're not ordering online because they want to go in and feel it and put it on their shoulder. That is never going to end.
Never.
No way.
So then.
And shoes.
I mean, you could have like, say you wear Nikes and you're a 10. Some Nikes fit different, so you like want to go try them on, and so that one I made decent
I don't
money.
think that's a bad one.
That one was good, and then what other one? I mean, any travel ones during Corona, because everyone was like, we're not gonna be able to travel for so long. I mean, if you were buying like airlines and cruises when they were getting smoked, you probably make good money.
Yeah, I forget who was in here who bought cruises. Who was that?
I can't remember. We were talking about that. I was like, hey, I want to buy like Carnival and start buying something.
Yeah, make some money. But the thing is, it's
because
scary.
on the look, it's like I don't know.
But that's when like real money. When you're like sick to your stomach about like a trade, and you're like, there's no way this is gonna work.
Yeah, then
those are the ones that usually you make the big money on.
Yeah.
Like right now, for me, and even with like everyone's going like, oh, everything's gonna be electric. I mean, if you like Biden or Trump or whoever. Biden wants everything green. Like, that's his thing. Like, electric cars. He cut the Keystone Pipeline and stuff. And putting who you like, whatever it is.
Yeah, whoever you like, but this guy's just a fucking idiot. You don't need to say it. I'll fucking say it. Yeah, you're a DJ. You got to deal with people.
No, I mean, I voted for Trump. I'm not scared to say it. But, so then.
You're fucking, I mean, you got to have a hole in your head.
Yeah. Everyone's like, everything's going to go green, but oil and like gas, that's not going anywhere for like generations. Like everything, like from plastics to your bed sheets, like oil like goes into everything. So now everyone's like, oh, oil's gone away, and now like you are starting to see oil prices slowly creep up, and no one's paying attention to it. So it's like everyone's like, oh, oil's gonna be gone, we're all gonna be driving Teslas and whatever. Like, I love Tesla, whatever it is, but
And he can close the Keystone Pipeline, but you can't just stop it. You know, this takes time.
Yeah, see,
the prick's only going to be in there. Well, Kamala Harris is going to be in there. That's who it's going to be.
That's
and then your girl Nancy Pelosi.
That's the scariest part about the whole thing. If like Harris gets in there, she's like such an extremist. Like, doesn't she not believe in like airplanes? Like, we won't be able to like fly on airplanes and stuff. I was watching it for a while, and then again, whether you like Trump or not, the shit that they're doing to him is just fucked up. You cheated, you won. Yeah.
You didn't get 80 million more votes than Obama or than him. You're not the president that got his more votes than Abraham Lincoln, I think.
Yeah.
Okay, dude, you don't even know what day it is. It didn't happen. But the shit that he's doing is just fucking crazy.
Didn't he like first day in office sign like 25 things? Like,
I don't even know. He probably can't sign his fucking name, the guy. But he remember he had a stack like this of shit to basically everything that Trump had done, whether you like him or not.
Yeah.
His personality's fucked up. That's fine.
Yeah.
But the things that he did, I mean, holy hell. And this guy's he's gonna try to wipe them all out.
It's funny because like one of the clubs I DJ at is like Kachina, and it's on Palm Beach Island, so there's like a lot of Trump people over there, and a lot of these guys in there, like they would buy bottles and like they have the sign of like that says shit on it, and they posted impeach this, and they impeached this dick, and one of the people took a picture of it, and one of the guys is friends with Donnie Trump Jr., and he put it on his Instagram.
Yeah.
So they were like scared. They're like, are we gonna get a bunch of Biden people like try to come in here and like flip out? But on the island, it's all like Trump people.
Yeah.
So they
they're
probably get more business now.
Yeah, they're in their basement with 2 masks on.
Yeah.
You know.
Okay.
Like
Where has he been? Where's Biden been? I feel like
he just they hit him. They give him the Adderall, shot a test, shot a speed.
He's got a little clone.
He's got 20 minutes to get a speech in, and then he's out. But I was telling John yesterday, I think they'll give him like 6-8 months because he can't boot him out right away.
Yeah.
They'll come in. They'll say he's unfit because obviously I said the same thing yesterday, so I'm repeating myself, but we're talking about it. So instead of giving him that whole banger speed, they'll cut that CC in half. They'll give him half of an Adderall. They'll give him like a placebo test so he doesn't have it, and he'll be wobbling at the fucking thing. 300. You see how he did that shit?
Dude, during like the when he was going against Trump, the stuff that he was like saying, and like he would be in like Alabama and he'd be like, "Hey, Texas," and I was just like, "Whoa."
Did you see the second one? The second debate?
Which I watched them all.
It was the second one, not the first one where Wallace was
when they were
babysitting
like,
him.
When Trump was like Trump got a lot of heat because he wouldn't let Biden talk at all. Was the first one, right?
Yeah, that was when Chris Wallace from Fox was doing it and was like saying, "Hey, Biden, what shirt do you have on today? Oh, it's purple. Hey, Trump, did you rape a girl? You know, like you know."
They gun at him so hard.
And he's from Fox too, but Disney bought Fox, which is in California, so that explains that.
It's all set up.
So I think 6-8 months. They come in, they file that he's unfit. All the proof is there.
Yeah.
What Harris gets in, Pelosi's vice president,
We're done.
and that's what you're going to be dealing with. And what's fucked up is the African Americans voted for her, and she put more African Americans away in her district than any other fucking judge.
Yeah.
Like 20 years, like that crack coke thing that she's supposed to not do anymore. She was doing it to
The thing I don't like either is like how she would be like to Biden, "Oh, you're racist, blah blah blah," all this stuff, and then she would go back and as if like, I feel like it's fake to me.
It's all set up. Yeah, I can't even watch anymore.
Yeah.
I don't. I just watch other stuff. I
don't even watch that much TV. Like a lot of people, like, do you watch like Game of Thrones or anything like that?
Me neither.
Nothing.
I don't have time for that shit.
I can't get. Honestly, either I just can't get into it, or I'll get so hooked into it that I'll sit and they're like so available to watch now, like on Netflix and stuff. I'll be sitting in my room probably for like a week straight and just watch them all because I'll be like because it's just you could go where normally you could be like, oh, you have to wait till next week, and now they're just all there. I'm like,
the only 3 ones I watched were The Sopranos, House of Cards until the guy became a pedophile. What's his name again? Kevin Spacey.
I've heard of it. I never watched it.
And what's the one right now? What's that black something?
Oh, Black Mirror?
No, he's like a it's on Netflix. He's like a undercover dude, and he comes up black. What the fuck is it called? You know what I'm talking about?
I don't know.
Oh, we got
asking the wrong guy.
Yeah. Damn.
I like Cobra Kai. That's the one.
That's the one I see a lot of people posting about now too.
What's it called?
Cobra Kai.
You ever watch The Karate Kid?
I never did. I'm so bad.
Dude, the Karate Kid. They're the same. It's the Karate Kid at this age. Like they use the same guy that they used from the Karate Kid.
It's called The Blacklist.
Blacklist.
Yeah. That's a badass
I see people
show.
always just on like social media, and they'll start like it's like a cult. They'll like talk about the episodes and stuff.
Yeah, you never saw it?
Never.
Oh, it's really good.
I've never watched any TV series. I've never watched like
that will fuck you up. I watch it on the treadmill.
Really?
Yeah, that'll fuck you up. That'll get you stuck.
I feel like where are you from? What from West Palm?
No, I'm from Philadelphia.
Where do you like? What gym do you normally go to?
I was going to Busybody.
That's where I go. Yeah, I think
Yeah,
I used to
with
see
Mark.
you.
You know
Yeah.
Mark? Yeah.
Well, he sold it to some other guy.
Well, he acted like he owned it, but he doesn't own it.
Yeah.
Anthony owns it.
yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. You know John Meunier? He's a fireman.
If I saw him, probably.
Yeah, he was in here.
All my buddy, my buddy just got married. All my buddies from high school are all firefighters.
Yeah.
So like I'll meet these guys because they'll all go out, and these guys are like, I feel like the firefighters are the craziest like party animals. So
Yeah.
they're always out. But all my buddies are.
yeah,
all
go
firefighters.
go to that Google, Rob, and go to YouTube.
We have it up here.
Yeah, but I want to show him John Meunier. I'm sure he knows him. So what do you think? Why do you think? I asked John this, but you seem to know him just as much.
What am I typing up?
Just go to MSCS Media, and then go to video. Just go to the top. Click there, and then go to videos. Where's John? John.
Brandon Matthews.
He's huge. Right there on the down. Right there.
Right here?
Yeah, click it, but just pause it on his face. Right there.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. He's
That's my-
always in there.
yeah.
He just got yeah. I thought he is from Boca, right?
No, he lives in PJ, but he works for the Boca Fire Department. Yeah,
We always because I have that Jeep and I'm like trying to get rid of it now.
yeah.
But he has like that big green lifted
truck.
and
Yeah,
I'm like,
he just sold it.
really?
Yeah, I don't know who the hell bought it.
When he first bought it, he was like telling me what he paid for it. I was like, sheesh.
I know it was like 130.
And then like all that stuff, like all that extra stuff, when you go to resell it, you get killed.
I
So
know.
it's like
I told him when he went to resell. I said, "Dude, you're gonna get murdered."
he's a big guy.
Yeah, he's huge.
I needed a fucking ladder to get in the thing.
He takes up the whole goddamn
He's
YouTube screen.
fucking
He
jacked.
he is literally like his arms like hitting that chair.
Yeah,
He's real big right
he's
now.
fucking big.
Well, he placed third in his last competition.
Really?
Yeah, he looked
The
crazy.
thing about those kind of shows, like bodybuilding stuff, it's like working out is the fun part for like anybody. I feel like it's that diet that you got to do. That shit is brutal.
Yeah, he had a trainer, and he had to eat like he'd have to wake up because he was doing a show.
Yeah.
So he'd have to like set an alarm for like 3 a.m.
Couldn't
Wake
do it.
up, eat a cup of brown rice, this that.
I could not do it.
But that's how I mean, I saw him last Tuesday. He's even bigger than that now.
But they showed like online like The Rock, like his routine is like ridiculous. Like he wakes
Yeah.
up at like 3:30,
Fuck that.
and then he eats this, and he has like all this cod that he eats, all the fish, right? He gets,
Yeah,
like, this,
fuck
like,
that.
I love the thing with The Rock now. Like they show his like cheat meals, and it's like the big stack of pancakes,
Yeah.
the pizza, and everything.
Yeah,
like,
well, it
goes
shocks his
viral.
body. But
yeah,
what they forget to tell you is that he's on HGH,
Oh, yeah.
test,
of
He's
course.
pile of shit, a little bit of fucking Cytomel.
he's like the man now, though. The Rock is like,
Didn't he? He was sick. He got COVID, didn't he?
did he?
He got something. He got sick. Something happened.
It's so crazy to see him go from like wrestler to
Yeah,
the biggest person in the world.
Yeah.
Movie star,
Yeah.
his own clothing line with Under
Under Armour.
Oh, he's got a clothing line with Arnold?
Project Rock. Dude, shit's
It's
Wow.
yeah, like sells out like a damn Yeezy drop.
Really?
yeah.
The Rock does?
Yeah. He is like the man for Under
I
Armour.
just remember when I was younger, he would say, I am, The Rock says this. Remember
Yeah,
that?
yeah.
That was the funniest shit.
If you smell,
I
Yeah.
just saw him two posts because did you see the streaker during the Super Bowl?
Yeah, yeah.
So their guy,
See if you can pull that up, the streaker on the Super Bowl.
yeah, he that kid is
He had a
from
fucking thong on, dude.
that kid is from Del Rey, right? And I guess like The Rock, everyone's talking about it, like whatever on all these shows, and he was wearing The Rock's like new shoes, so The Rock like shouted him out,
Oh,
like
man.
these like neon shoes.
Look at this shit.
He got away from a lot of guys though. He's good.
What's he running with in his hand?
look at the security. Though. Like they're like these like
They tackled him.
400-pound like over like look at now. There's the cops. They're gonna beat his ass. But
And did you hear the story about it? He put a
yeah,
prop bet in. It was like plus 750, and he put like 27 grand on it. And so he would have made like $300,000. And I guess like his bookie like in something that he ended up. And there's like videos of him at the strip club after in Tampa, like throwing all this money.
After this,
Yeah, because he thought he made 300 grand.
they didn't arrest him and take him in for that?
So they arrested him for that, but like if you bet it,
Yeah.
I'm sure you could go on my account and be like, oh, put this bet in, whatever.
Yeah.
They ended up finding out, and they didn't give him the money.
There's a part there somewhere, Rob, where he's running around in a fucking thong.
Yeah.
The picture shows it. Let's see if I can get this.
He's in like a one piece.
But I
Yeah,
think he was like
right there.
advertising for like something too. So he probably got.
He had
paid off of
that kid Vitali that did it a while ago.
Go. Yeah.
Let me see. I'll go to images.
Go right there. It's 45 seconds. Right there.
So his one boy went in before him and like distracted them,
Yeah.
and then he went out.
Yeah, that's how he got on the field.
Oh, is that how he did it?
Yeah.
They distracted him, and then he ran out.
Yeah, go to images. What a fucking nut.
That'd be an adrenaline rush. The whole
Yeah.
world watching.
He's banned though from what do you call it now? I think all NFL stadiums or something like that.
Are you guys big sports guys, or
Yeah.
you think Brady's the GOAT?
Yep. I mean, what the fuck?
Tommy knows all this.
Is that the Rock shoes right there?
Yeah,
What the fuck? Go back, Rob. I want to see the Rock shoes.
they're not. I don't personally like them,
I
but
don't like them.
Oh, they're that.
they're like
yellow.
neon.
Yeah,
Yeah.
click on that.
See, I like shit like that.
Yeah, I'm not. What? Wow, that's weird.
That's fucking hilarious.
That's great. Yeah, he's from Del.
Actually, I mean, the shoes look cool, but just I wouldn't get that color. Personally.
He's from Delray, I guess. So a bunch of people like locally know him.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
That's funny.
What do you think we'll get for that? I wonder
I
if that's
don't know.
federal. I don't know if that's federal or
No,
not.
I think
Because he got released. They had, his buddies bonded him out, and then I saw videos of him like in the strip club because he thought he won all that money, just like tossing all this money, but he ends up not.
You think Brady's the GOAT?
Yeah, for team like so you can't like for me, and I guess it would be very hard to argue like. How can you argue that Floyd Mayweather isn't like the best? He's never
can't.
lost.
He doesn't get hit.
And he like dominant, and everyone will always have the argument like, oh, he gets to like almost choose his fights, which like I guess all fighters kind of like it's a business, so they don't want him to lose, but everyone's like we want to watch him lose. But for team sports, like how can you say Brady's not the best in
He's
the
what,
world?
42, 43, and
He's
he
up there.
switched teams. He got hit more this year than I've ever seen him get
Yeah.
hit. And he took a new team with not the greatest front line
No.
to the Super Bowl and beat the piss out of that guy. What's the quarterback for
Mahomes.
Oh my
Mahomes?
God, he was getting
beat the piss
worked.
out of him? I don't know how. Remember that hit when they bent him over and almost cracked him?
Yeah, and he was like
I don't know how the fuck he got up after that.
he was like running around the whole entire time. He would hike the ball and he just like run around in the backfield.
He
I
didn't
was
know
like-
what to do. Brady
know-
was just smoking him.
Oh,
He
yeah.
was teaching him a lesson.
And they said like he had like a broken toe or something, and then he had that concussion, which like he
Oh.
probably wasn't allowed to play anyway. But they just were like, screw it.
Or it's an excuse.
Yeah.
Did you see what happened today?
What?
So Brady in the Super Bowl, they had a boat parade. They had a boat parade for.
Oh
champions,
yeah,
right?
I saw.
So Brady took the Super Bowl trophy, the fucking trophy, and threw it across the water to the other guy on the other boat. Oh, in the Super Bowl trophy.
It was all over.
That's heavy.
Guy catches it, nothing. So some lady, the full story is related to Vince Lombardi or somebody who made the Super Bowl trophy. She wants Tom Brady to apologize for disrespecting.
Oh,
God.
fuck you.
Disrespecting.
I mean, if
the
it was
Super
any
Bowl
other
trophy.
person
She
throwing that
wants
trophy,
She wants a full apology from Tom Brady. And
Well,
then
she needs to get over
the
it.
Bucks GM said something today, like basically, yeah, fuck you, you're not getting the
Good.
trophy.
Good.
if it was anyone else throwing that trophy, they'd probably be like, no chance.
Yeah.
But like Brady throwing it, and they showed. You seen the video after where he like comes out and he's like getting carried by his boy.
Oh, he was drunk as shit.
And they're saying that Florida heat will get you like day drinking in the
Yeah.
sun. He's like,
He's
welcome
drunk
to
as
Florida.
shit.
Brady was?
Oh,
Yeah.
they were carrying him. He's like, and they were trying to keep him away from the media because they were right there, and you could tell he was wasted.
And
Yeah.
He went on Twitter after and he was just like,
What he said?
he kind of clowned it. He was like, he did it perfectly. He's like, yeah, that tequila will get you or some shit. Like
Yeah.
instead of like being like, oh, I wasn't drunk, he kind of just came out and was
Fuck
like,
cares? He's the guy. Fuck.
He's Tom Brady.
yeah. I
But the fourth quarter, those bullets he was throwing,
oh, yeah.
I mean, they were perfect spirals. Fourth quarter, 43. He only got hit once or twice. He got hit once pretty good, but that was it.
and he's like he's so well rounded. Like you see when he played that golf tournament with like Tiger and Phil and all them.
Yeah.
Good as hell at golf.
Was that the one when Tiger had his kid with him?
No, that was the.
Did
his
you see
son.
Tiger's son's kid hit the fucking ball?
And he like hit eagle or something like.
You ever see that?
I should know this because both my best friends are like huge Cleveland fans. Like when LeBron wins the championship one year, they were like crying, and I was like,
Look at this.
"Yeah, look, $1 billion."
James signed a lifetime deal with Nike, a lifetime deal. At the end of 2015, that his business partner Maverick Carter told GQ is worth more than $1 billion. James will have to continue to move product long into retirement to reach $1 billion under the pack. His first Nike deal was worth $90 million over 7 years. Jesus Christ.
Oh, fuck, man. Michael Jordan's still killing it, too, with sneakers. So
Oh my God!
Those retros.
Everyone just he re-releases a sneaker, and it's just like
The line's out the
ching,
door.
ching, ching. I seen it. He used to come into when I used to DJ. Have you ever been to Dirty Martini?
Yeah.
He used to go there sometimes, but I guess everyone says he's kind of like an asshole, but it's because everyone, like, he tries to go out and, like, have a drink or something, and everyone's,
Everybody's
like,
up his ass.
videoing him.
He's a degenerate gambler, though.
Oh, I've heard, like, and I heard he's, like, a good golfer, too, and there will be, like,
Yeah, he's good.
professionals. He'll go out with them, and this is, like, what I've just heard. He'll go out with them and be like, 50 grand on this hole. And, I mean, if you're a scratch golfer, anyone can mess up, and they're, like, chill. So a lot of, like, pro golfers won't go golf with him because he's just, like, if he doesn't bet, he doesn't want to play.
Yeah. Yeah, he's a degenerate gambler.
Oh, yeah.
Degenerate.
quick Michael Jordan story.
He used to work for Fox News and NBC News.
Oh, really?
It's my wife's uncle, works for FedEx, and the CEO of FedEx was in Miami for whatever, and he wanted the penthouse. This is the CEO of FedEx, so let's just start there. He wanted the penthouse at one of the Fontainebleau, wherever it was at, and he booked it. Somebody booked it for him. So they show up and they're getting ready, like, sir, the room's not ready yet. The room's not ready yet. They're like, the fuck? The room's supposed to be ready by 11. We're going up. They're like, you can't go up. It's not ready yet. What the fuck? Flipping out. Guy pulls him aside. He says, Michael Jordan's still in there.
Oh, shit.
What? Michael Jordan was gambling or had a card game going on and didn't want to leave. I guess the CEO was like, well, okay, I'll take the other room. I mean, Michael Jordan.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Yeah. Yeah, he's bad. What do you think about what just with the stock thing? Because I know you're into that. Because now you have a YouTube page on stocks. I found your YouTube page, but there was only 3 videos.
Yeah, so that's the thing. I started to get into it a little bit, and I always would, because I've, like, done I guess that my best thing would be, like, dividend growth investing, and it's, like, super boring. And I remember when I first started, I was like, and when I was, like, younger, I'd be like, where could I put money that I would make money? Like, how much money do I need to, like, make money each month and not have to work? Like, almost like retirement, and just get paid, like, dividends, essentially. So I was, like, young as hell, and I'm, like, typing it in. And then the savings accounts are, like, $0.01. So I'm like, you need, like, $1 billion. So then I got into, like, I wanted to do, like, rental properties when I was younger, but it's almost like a job. Like, I know people that have done it, and it's like buying like, something goes wrong. AC money.
Well, you got to hire a manager then.
Yeah.
Because you're not going to want to deal with it all the time.
So I got into, like, the dividend stuff, and I was, like, been doing it since, like, 2013, and it's, like, I feel like stocks have gotten, like, more popular recently. It's, like, been the cool thing.
Crazy popular.
So now, because I always used to post about it back in the day, and I never used to, like, everyone used to be like, whatever. And I do the boring stuff. Like, I'm buying, like, AT&T because it has a yield a long time ago. And, like, a lot of the stuff that I try to buy is, like, undervalued dividend stuff. So, like, for an example, I didn't buy this, but back in the day when BP had their oil spill, nothing really fundamentally changed from their business. People were just boycotting BP because of the ocean thing, right?
Yeah.
So you would almost be like, go in there and buy it, like, buy shares of BP, because in a month everyone kind of forgot about it, and they're like, let's go fill our gas tanks.
Yeah, right.
Same thing with, like, Johnson & Johnson during their like, baby powder thing.
You should have bought that now, because I think that vaccine they're saying sucks.
Yeah, one shot.
Oh, yeah.
But it's only one shot, though.
Johnson & Johnson was like, I know the best ones were, like, Pfizer, Moderna.
Yeah.
The only thing with the Moderna one is they had to, like, transport it.
No, Pfizer's the one that has to stay cold.
Yes, they had to transport it to stay cold. And then the Moderna one is, like, 2 shots, whereas the Pfizer one is 1.
Yeah.
And so basically, same thing with, like, say, Johnson & Johnson. Like, you would buy it when the whole baby powder thing, where, like, you get cans, like, something. stock plummets, and in a month or two, it gets like swept under the rug, and then the stock goes back up. So I kind of done that for a long time, and a lot of people now are like hitting me up like, what should I buy? I have people saying, I'll give you all my money, manage my account, and I'm like, I could do my, like, I don't mind losing, like, I eventually want to get into like how much I do it with, but like till then I kind of just do like percentage performance because I don't want to like look like an asshole, like whatever. And I'll have like all these people now hit me up like, what do you think about this? What do you think about that? And I'm like, I'll tell you what I do, but if I was like, if you were to give me your money, like I'll lose my money and be like, whatever. If I lost your money, I'd feel like shit. Like my
Yeah, 'cause you
emotions
kind of got to
would
live
get,
with that. Yeah.
my emotions would get too involved with it, and I would be like, I wouldn't be able to make the same decision I would for myself or someone else.
That tells me you're just not a greedy fuck.
Yeah, and like, and I'll have like people say, oh, what do you think I should buy? I'm like, well, I bought Bristol Myers last week. Take a look at it, and they'll be like, why? A lot of people are just buying stuff now because it's like they see their buddy buy it, and they're like, all right. And people feel comfortable like, if us four all have the same stock, it feels good and it feels safe because it's like it's a group, you know. It's like everyone's like, hell yeah, we all have the same shit, like whatever. Whereas like the person that's probably gonna make the most money is like the guy on the other side of the boat.
Yeah.
And like I feel like that's what's kind of happening with like Bitcoin now.
Yeah, I was just gonna ask you what you thought about Bitcoin, but I agree with you. The stock like craze is going.
It's like
nuts.
cool now.
But it's going up so high, and it's gonna plummet.
Oh yeah.
I mean, it's so fucking manipulated. It's not even crazy.
Yeah.
Now, if not just Bitcoin, but and I mean, I'm watching the fucking thing go up. How the fuck is it going up right now? This guy, you know, it's just like this guy's gonna, you know, he's gonna raise minimum wage, 1.9 trillion. Somebody's got to pay for that.
Yeah.
You know, it's gonna crash.
And like, there's always like little pockets to make money somewhere. Like,
Yeah.
there's always
If you find that one,
you always find like the little like. When Biden the defense contracts, like they were like, oh, he's not gonna be like all these. He's gonna defund the defense thing. So it's like, is he really? He says he is, but like, it's protecting our country, you know.
Yeah.
So there's always like a little pockets, but then you have people buying like the stuff that's so run up, and then they lose money on it, and they'll be like, I'm never fucking investing again. I lost like.
So what do you think about that Bitcoin shit? I mean, I can't believe Elon fucking.
How is that?
Me and John were talking. I'm like, why?
How is that?
He couldn't even really explain it.
So the thing with that is like, how is that legal if like he buys a bunch of Bitcoin for? He bought like $1.2 billion
1.5
of Bitcoin, right?
with a B.
Billion, and then he goes and like pumps it up. Sorry.
And then it goes up to like 30K.
So he could go in there, buy it, and then pump it, and who knows like when he's selling it. Like I don't know how that's legal.
Me neither.
But that's like the thing I had, like, as bad as it is, like I sold my Bitcoin and I've had Bitcoin for like, I had it at 900 in high school, and I would like sell it, and that's when like some kid in my class was like, oh, buy this, and I was just like into investing. I was like, sure. I sold that's how I made like the down payment on my first car, or not my first car, the Tesla, which sounds kind of, and I was gonna like do it on video for like content and be like cashing out my Bitcoin to go get the Tesla. But I kind of felt like an asshole, so I was like, eh.
So you sold it for what? When you
I
sold
had
it, what was it at?
43,000, and
You got
I
40
almost timed the top. Like
How many shares did you have?
I had just one. I used to have like 10 Bitcoin back in the day when I was like cheap, but I always wanted to keep one.
So you had one, and you sold it for 43?
I sold it for 43, and the only reason why I did it is because once everyone online is like cheering about something, like everyone's making money in something, I'm out. Like I don't want to be a part of it, because do you remember the last time it kind of got hyped up and it tanked?
Yep.
That was the same thing. Everyone is like in euphoria mode. Like I'm
Everybody was taking out their life savings, hoping that it was going to go up. Boom, went back down. My friend bought it. He had gotten a trust fund, but he's like one of those guys. He's out in Tampa. He's one of those guys that like stares at screens, and you can't talk to him until like 4 or 5. And he saw it. He knew when to sell. I think he sold it because it was like 4K or 3K.
Yeah.
He bought a bunch of shares, and when it hit like 21, he sold them all, made $7 million. 2 months later, it was back down to like 6, 5.
Yeah.
Now it's at 32, 33, 40.
And it's like,
it can't sustain that.
You want to buy stuff like when no one's talking. Like that's when I'll buy it again when everyone's like as bad as it sounds, losing money, and they're like, fuck Bitcoin, whatever.
Yeah, because somebody's gonna buy it. It's gonna
Usually
shoot
I'm
back
gonna
up.
go, all right,
Yeah.
now's my time. Or like when, like say after it all cooled off, whatever. Once no one was talking about it, and I was like talking to my dad, kind of like, I do most of his stuff for him, but he like safe stuff, and he's like, whatever happened to Bitcoin? And I'm like, you're right. No one's really talking. Like I still had mine. No one's really talking about it. I'm like, we should probably start buying it. And then now it's like, the thing that's different about this time than the last time, I feel like, is you have like PayPal like supporting it, and you have
PayPal supporting it?
yeah, you could
Really?
buy it on PayPal.
I'm shocked about that. Wow. And they're
Cash
strict
App,
as fuck.
Cash App,
Yeah,
which
see it
is
on Cash App.
you could do it on Cash App.
Venmo. I think I saw it on
Venmo.
Venmo.
So all these places now are like supporting it, so it almost makes it, first of all, easier to get, and then you have like the institutions now, and that's the thing that I might get screwed and it might not go down as much, because like now all these companies that are buying for their balance sheet, like how Tesla just did, and now every conference call, like their earnings calls for company, those people are going to be like, oh, do you plan on buying Bitcoin? Like these people are going to get grilled for it because it's going to be.
Well, do you remember when the banks they stopped allowing you to buy Bitcoin with a credit card or a
Yeah.
debit card? Like Chase stopped it, Bank
Yep.
of America stopped it. I don't know if they still did, but
It's because people were maxing out their credit cards to buy
yeah,
Bitcoin.
now you got to go on that like forum thing where you bid,
Uh-huh.
and then you can pay with Zelly, but you're paying the person, and then they send you the coins and shit.
And like Bitcoin is like totally against like what our banking system,
Yeah.
which is like the crazy thing. So I would almost feel like banks are like scared of Bitcoin, because it's like everyone says it's like it's like a digital gold now. Like when inflation runs, usually like when there's inflation, people will be like, oh, gold is like the thing to do now. Like everyone's like, oh, buy gold. Usually that's like the thing when inflation happens. But now they're saying, oh, buy Bitcoin because you can't make more of it. And
Fuck that. I'm buying gold.
yeah.
Gold is there.
And you know what's the craziest thing, and no one talks about it either? The best asset that happens during inflation is energy, like energy stocks, like oil, gas, and everything, which
Yeah.
is like pretty crazy, because I've always remembered like buy gold when inflation's, because it like is a store of value, and now it's like
Gold and diamonds.
gold and diamonds, because
You're
you
always
can't make
gonna need
more of
that.
it. Yeah,
That Bitcoin's, but it's not backed by the Fed.
that's the thing too. It's like
So to me, in my opinion, I don't follow it that much because
Yeah.
I don't gamble with that shit.
yeah,
I know they're all using that. What's that fucking one that they're all using right now? It starts with an R.
the big one is like dog coin, because like or
No,
doggy
but
coin.
with the stocks,
Oh,
they're all using Robinhood. They're all
oh, that's
using
like a
that
broker.
Yeah, and then they fuck you.
Oh,
You're
yeah,
like
they
stuck
fuck-
in that shit.
So I guess like when they after GameStop would have kept going up, Robinhood suspended trading. All you could do was sell it, and supposedly it was because they didn't have enough capital to support like that Robinhood, which is like, if
That's
you think of the
crazy.
name Robinhood, it's like about poor people getting rich and
Yeah.
like whatever. And what they basically did is these big hedge funds that they have billions of dollars, they basically saved them because they were like losing so much money. So they suspended trading, and if there's only sellers and no buyers, the stock plummeted. So everyone was like freaking out. If you saw like, you know Dave Portnoy, Barstool guy?
Oh yeah, Barstool. I know our balls.
So he
Barstool,
was
yeah.
like on there, and he's like got a huge following, and he's like, fuck all these, they call them suits, like the big money.
Yeah,
And they're
yeah,
like,
yeah,
fuck
yeah.
the suits, blah, blah, blah. So he was in there buying it, and he bought like $2 million worth, and he got waxed in like a day. It dropped like from 300 to like 90, so he got killed, and like everyone was freaking out, and all these kids like that are just like the whole Bitcoin thing, like they're buying at the top, and then they're getting slaughtered, and they're like, oh, and then people just get a bad taste in their mouth, like, fuck stocks, I'm never doing this again.
Yeah.
But
Well,
at that point you're gambling.
Well, it's not federally backed. So
Yeah.
now eventually the feds are. I mean, I can't believe it's taken the IRS this long.
Yeah.
But eventually the IRS is going to come in and they're gonna take the crypto, coding,
Yeah.
and it's going to be called, IRS coin.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And then all this other shit's fucked
And everyone's
because
like,
then everybody will take it.
everyone's talking about like, oh, so when that whole Robinhood thing happened, everyone's like, they can't regulate Bitcoin, right? So I'm like thinking in my head, I'm like, if the government like takes over, and I'm sure they can somehow, takes over PayPal and like Coinbase where you could like sell it and
Yeah.
everything, where are you going to sell your Bitcoin? Like,
You know they're going to.
yeah,
It's
at
just
the
a
end
matter
of, the
of
day,
time.
they're going to control it all. Like, they
Yeah.
can't.
I mean, they are not going to let you get it because you can hide it.
Yeah.
You know, even though you got it, they made it a little bit more strict.
Yeah.
You can still hide it. The IRS is not going to allow this to happen much longer. They want every fucking penny they can get out of you. So if you think that they're not going to come out with another banger, they're going to take it over, and then all of them, lithium, whatever the fuck, they're all done for, because now all the stores will take it because it's backed by the Fed.
Yeah.
You know, and then all these other ones that are manipulated by those three guys and all this other shit is fucked.
And the big money, I feel like can move that market. So like, cause there's like people with like billions, they call them like whales. They're like,
whales.
they'll dump all their stuff, and they could like manipulate the market so much. It's like, then retail gets like people like me and all these people, they get killed on it. They sell all their stuff, and then you have the big money just come back in, swoop it all up, ride it up, and then it's
just a vicious cycle.
Yeah.
And now they're just playing around. They're playing around with it now because when I saw it going up, I said, how in the hell is this going up right now with all this shit going on?
Yeah.
And right then and there, I knew it was manipulated. You know what I mean?
And then, yeah.
But I think you could kill it because you're a DJ, right?
Yeah.
Like, we're going to bring up, like, SunFest and all the cool shit you did.
Yeah.
So now you got a DJ who's out at the club. He's been doing it 10 years. And then you come home and you do a YouTube channel of stock suggestions.
I need to.
That would be interesting to me.
I agree.
Because it's not like some fucking asshole, like, sitting there in his T-shirt and his fucking sandals.
Yeah.
And, you know, some faggot. You know, it's like a DJ who's out partying. But shit, he's...
That's your character. Like I always say, you have to have a character. That's what I
Yeah.
always say.
A lot of times, and I saw you guys had Jesse. I do like, cause
Jesse,
I write. I'm always doing. I'm trying to get as many things. I write insurance and mortgages.
Yeah.
And almost when I started doing that, because I've done that for like 4 or 5 years, I almost wish I had like a fake name, because say you have, because I'll write general liability for like a big business or something, right? Or like some big restaurants or something. And then a lot of the people, like, because you have to have a relationship with them and like all these people, and they'll like say, add me on they'll find me on Facebook or like social media, and they're like, do we really want the DJ to be writing our general liability for our business? It's like, it's a weird line. And then it almost gets to the point where it's like, and it's kind of like, I guess I'm like judging myself. It's like, are we going to take advice from the DJ that like put our money into stuff that he says or like whatever? But then you like look at performance, and it's like some of the richest people in the world have the shittiest performance. It's like,
yeah, you just put a fucking suit on, put a suit on, a nice watch, go in that fucking killer Tesla.
And
do you know Jesse?
Yeah.
Yeah,
he's a good dude.
He crushes it.
He kills it.
He's a beast, and he's really good because you can go to him. Maybe you're like close, but not close enough, and he'll guide you through. I've known him 6 years.
He so my like actually the guy that got me into DJing kinda, his name's Derek Infiesta Reflex. His brother Javier owns Absolute, so they kind of got, because I was writing homeowners insurance, and he's like, why don't you write mortgages too and all this stuff. So, but Jesse, like, what time is it?
It is.
You could probably FaceTime him at 10:30, and
Yeah.
he'll be on his computer writing loans. Like, he's an animal.
He's when we were talking, he read Machiavelli, The Prince,
Uh-huh.
and one of the biggest things in Machiavelli is availability.
Yeah.
That's what separates you from everybody else.
Yeah, he's an animal. Like,
He's an animal. He'll help you out, and he will get it done.
and then like
And he doesn't fuck you.
No, and like I had one of my buddies, he refinanced his house, and he's a barber, and so his taxes are kind of like all like hard to like read. I'm like, Jesse, can you look at this? He like looks at it. He's like, he's like, put this number, and he's been doing mortgages so long that and before like when interest rates were high, it was hard to write mortgages, and now they're so low, people are like refinancing, the interest rates are so low, so he just knows how to do it so well.
Yeah, he was telling me they're giving $300K at 580, 590. I said, get the fuck out of here.
Yeah.
He was like, right?
Yeah, I remember.
And he's like, I mean, I'm not going to doubt you. I've sent probably 15 people to him. and there was a couple people that were really close,
Yeah.
and he guided them, and he got the fucking thing done.
Yeah. The thing
About
that's
14 people. I think.
hard now is you have to you didn't have to show so much income because of COVID. Now everyone they're worried because like I could people losing their jobs up to like you have to show income up to the date of your loan, or they're like, we're not giving you a loan.
Yeah, I think he said as long as you have like 2 years of bank statements,
Yeah.
even if it doesn't add up to what and that's another thing, the bubble.
Yeah. That's what happened like when the housing crisis
Yeah.
is like they're just you could say, oh, I sell Girl Scout cookies. Oh, here's
Like your like
500,000.
other
Yeah.
income, like you could put eBay.
Mm-hmm.
Now, how the fuck are you gonna afford a $300,000 house when you make $40,000 a year
Back in the day, you
with
could.
580?
That's where it
That's
happened.
That's the bubble.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's common.
And that's where I feel like we're at now with like all that stuff is because like everyone can't make money, and that's where to the point now it's like a euphoric stage. Like everyone like you can make an account, probably close your eyes, pick out a ticker, and you're probably gonna make money because everything's just getting up. But then like the reversal of that is gonna be twice as hard. So it's
Yeah.
like, and I feel like it will come, and a lot of people get screwed, but we'll see. You can't time things either. It's like
Yeah.
people like when Trump was about to get elected, people were like, this guy's gonna ruin everything, you know? And my like mom's boyfriend was like, sell all your shit, you're gonna get fucked, blah blah blah. And then the market ripped like for 4 years straight with him in there. It's like you can't predict these things.
I always say this, but the craziest thing, he called that dude Rocket Man, and then went and met the motherfucker. That takes balls.
And the thing
That's balls, boy. You got some fucking.
With
You
Trump-
got some watermelons hanging on your fucking wiener.
with Trump is like when he used to go on Twitter and like tweet, he would be like not like this. He'd be like, fuck China. And then the market would like tank for a little. And then he'd be like, never mind. Like, and then they would meet and they would just rip higher. So it's like, you would be in there like, yo, Trump, chill out. Like, I just spent all this money on this stuff and you're going to go tweet like you're going to go to war with China. But,
He knocked their heads off.
yeah,
But now they're.
now we're China's bitch again.
Now we're China's bitch again. Yeah.
Biden.
You should do that, though. Do a stock.
I'm going to start doing it.
DJ doing stocks. I'm
So
telling
do you think if
you promote that, you'll
from
fuck
outside in, ready? If
Mhm.
outside in, would I look like an asshole? So say I did a money amount, right? Like say I was like, oh, I made this much on it, right? Do you feel like I look like a dick if I'm like, oh, I put 50,000 on this, or would you rather? It's more of like, would you rather me be more transparent about the money of like, say I'm like, oh, I put 50,000 on this, or would you rather me be like, I made 20% on this?
I would rather hear you put 50,000 on it personally, because then that gives me confidence
Yeah,
in what you did.
yeah,
So like, it's not about you put 50.
Yeah.
Fuck the 50.
yeah,
I would look at it, well, he must know what he's talking about, because if he just took 50,
yeah,
you put 20%, people are lazy.
Yeah.
Then they got to go in the calculator and figure out what the fuck 20% is, even
Yeah.
though you take 10
yeah,
and 20% of 10 is, on a $10 bill is $2 fucking dollars, but people are too worried about
yeah.
fucking Facebook
And
to do that. So if you say, look, I put 50K in,
yeah,
now I'm going to look at you and say, well, you must be confident in this.
yeah,
What's your take, Rob?
I'd rather the 50K. I'm not a math guy, so
Yeah.
20%. How do you
Well,
figure
the
that
thing-
again?
Yeah.
I'm
The
not
thing-
good with math. So,
Well, if you have a
easy.
$10 bill and it's 20%, you get $2.
yeah. The thing I was
Look
like,
at that.
I didn't want to be like,
I get it. You don't
I
want to
don't
like
really
show
like
off
ask,
like I
yeah.
put 50.
and the
but
thing is like I want to be transparent about it. It's like at the end of the day, like I don't really care, but I don't want people to be like, fuck this kid, like whatever. But at
but
the
look
end
at
of
the
the
people that are successful. They're transparent.
yeah,
Fuck it. You don't like it, don't watch it.
yeah,
But
Yeah.
but you would kill it. You would
I
kill
need
it.
to do it.
And then what you need, and then when you do it and you post it,
Yeah,
then share it to like LinkedIn,
yeah.
especially LinkedIn, if you're gonna do that.
Like the one I did like almost like a clickbait title. It was like,
Go to
was-
that one's yours.
oh yeah, right there. It was like when I kind of first like, it's crazy how much I've come since then. And it's only been a year, but the Corona was really good to me. But
You escaped Corona and you never got it.
My May 2020 dividend income overview.
For this month, I'm going to just go over the dividend stocks that paid me, some of the buys that I made in May. I get asked this question all the time. What do you buy? What do you like? What kind of stocks do you get into? What do you do to find your dividend stocks? And I'm going to explain it to you on this YouTube video. First thing that I do when I look for dividend stocks, I mostly do what I was trying to go, like how I said, like paid 715. Like dividends is almost like, if anyone doesn't know what dividends are, it's basically like a percent. So say it's a percentage of like the earnings they pay out to you. So it's like passive income, and they literally just go into your account. So like that month, I made $715 just like.
So is that like an automatic?
It automatically
payment?
pays you, and that's how like. Say you have a retirement account, it's basically just like a snowballing, but a lot of people don't know. So
it's almost like a direct deposit, like monthly type of thing?
It's basically the same thing, and a lot of people now.
You got to do this, man. I'll watch the fucking thing.
Yeah. A lot of people, too, with like, say rental houses, right? You could buy stuff, they're called REITs, real estate investment trusts, and you could buy these things, and it's like, it's real property from a real company, and like, when you buy stock, you're buying ownership in a company. And these companies, like there's one, it's like, say a shopping center, and you get paid a monthly dividend on it, right? And you don't have to deal with tenants, deal with repairs. Like this company does it for you, and you get like, say, a 7% yield on it of your money, and you don't have to worry about it. And a lot of people are just like, oh, I want to go buy rental. I'm like, well, you could buy this.
See, now that I would do. I would do that.
Because I don't like.
Can you make a video on that?
I'm lazy. I don't want to go deal with people, so I'm like, I'd rather put my money in this, and you guys could deal with it.
This is as much dealing with people I do. Yeah. I fucking hate people.
And this is fun.
But I like this. But in general, I don't like.
Yeah, I don't want to go fix a toilet or any of that stuff, and like that company does that.
Dude, but you better do this YouTube. I'm serious.
Yeah.
Yeah. Tell him, Rob.
I'm gonna do it.
It's the craze right now too, like you said, stocks. And I know many people that now talking about stocks. They're on YouTube. Oh, you got to watch this guy's channel. He tells you about penny stocks and how to do this and how to buy a penny stock and watch it grow. But people are watching it, and they're getting views. And you sound pretty intelligent, from what I'm hearing.
Yeah.
And
you have a character. People like a character.
Yeah.
You got the charisma. You're not like all crazy. And the thing is and when I had Legato, your boy in here.
Yeah.
I couldn't believe how fucking smart he was.
Want to hear the funny story about him?
I got a video I'm gonna play you guys, but not yet. I'll get to it.
So he used to do, and he's like one of my good friends, like one of my best friends.
He is a
great
fucking
kid.
Awesome dude.
He used to do this every Friday. He used to buy a pair of shoes, and he used to call it Feet Piece Friday, right? Mm-hmm. So I was like, and now I'm always like, my friends, we troll each other so much, right? And I'll be like, you're an idiot, whatever. So I was like, listen to this. I'm like, if you instead of buying these shoes that aren't going to be cool in a year from now, put your money into like, and I used to tell him like, oh, buy this. But now he's getting like to the point where like, he's getting some stocks that are doing better than some of the stuff I have.
He's into the stocks now too?
So we started his account, and he's just grown his account so much, and he always like, thank you, bro, for helping me out, because he was just spending money on shoes, and I'm literally like, buy stocks instead of this, and I promise you'll thank me. And now he's like almost gotten to the point where he's like, he's busy now, like he doesn't research as much, but he's got some stocks that even me, I was like, oh, that makes sense. Like he was telling me about Callaway Golf, which is like the golf clubs, and I was like, what are you talking about? And then like I never paid attention to it, and he's like, yeah, I'm like doubled my money on this one already. Like he's gotten to the point where I'm like, almost like a proud dad. Like this guy never used to even invest in stocks, and then he's like,
no, he was in here about 2 months ago.
Yeah.
And I'll tell you what, he blew me away.
Yeah.
He was like, I could tell he was smart, but I mean, he was just rocket fucking smart.
Yeah, he's smart. He's
intelligent and just cool.
He's
and
very
laid back.
I feel like because when like say
he reminds me of you.
Yeah, we hang out a lot. Same thing with like when I met him, he was like. So I do like powerlifting, right?
I know. I'm gonna play some of that shit.
And he was like doing some like workouts like on the Smith machine, squatting, like all messed up, and like I put him on this like program, like just like a simple thing to follow. And this kid is like getting stronger than me. Like he's a big kid. Like he's got the frame for it.
He's got the frame.
And I'm just like, what the, like he's just like he's almost like a sponge, almost like he gets same thing. Like we go like, this kid never wakeboarded a day in his life, and we go to like ski Rixon. I'm like, oh, let's go try this. He's like, dude, I don't even like skateboard when I was younger. When I was like skateboarding, and after like a couple laps of like him getting used to it, he's hitting like the jumps like that I've been trying to do forever, and he's like hitting them like
He's
nothing.
got them fucking genetics. I told him that. Yeah, this is funny.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, you got to see this shit. I think I can play this. Well, I've had both of you. Pull that up.
What is it called?
Shout out to DJ Legato. What's up, my man?
X2 Solo Cup Challenge. Say that 3 times fast. X2 Solo Cup Challenge. Water on the back. You gotta balance it. Do a few core workouts. Can't let this spill though. Touch your water. Oh, wait, don't stop.
He's big. He's bigger than I thought he was.
And
He's a big guy.
go.
Damn, he's pretty big. Nah, he's got his Yeezys on. I actually bought this though. Is that you or him?
That's me.
That's you. Shit.
Yeah, knee up.
What do you got? Water? Oh, you just spilled it.
So
You
it's
just
like
fucked it up.
it's like a core thing. This is not my realm of working out, but it was fun to do. There's so many stupid challenges on the internet.
You gotta bring your legs
But at least this is like
There it
cool.
is. Now shoulder again.
Not like how much can I twerk my ass every 2 seconds.
Yep. Now extend the legs. All the way out. Push up. Slow.
Now that looks hard. That looks
It's
fucking
just a
hard.
balance thing. That's what makes it so challenging.
Could he do it? Could
He does it, I think. And this
That's-
guy's like a core guy. He loves doing
he
core.
is jacked. Damn, he got bigger. How long ago was this, Adam?
I want to say it was a year ago.
Wow. Maybe I forget what he had on. Man, he's big. Yeah, he's got the frame, boy.
Short, stocky.
I bet he can pack a punch. I bet that right arm can pack a fucking punch. Yeah, oh yeah. You get him on a diet and the way you're working out, that guy will be a fucking
And
ox.
he's strong as shit too. It's crazy.
What shoes are they?
I think they're just like Nike free or like the Nike frees.
Oh, he spilled it. He fucked it up. Come on, Legato. Come on, man.
Yeah, he ends up getting it. Everyone's got their own little thing. Like, when you go to the gym, like, what is your style?
So I lift light
Mhm.
because I'm short and I don't want to look like a fat midget.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't have the frame like him.
Yeah.
So I go high reps.
Uh-huh.
So like I'll do 60 reps, 15-minute break, sometimes even 5 seconds,
Mhm.
60 again. So like Monday
Yeah.
I do tricep.
Yeah.
So I'll do skull crushers, 60,
Uh-huh.
5-second rest, 60 lightweight. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? And then I'll go over and do push downs, reverse push downs,
Yeah.
120, like
Yeah.
real quick.
Yeah.
And then when I'm done with that quick workout of like every body part for
Mhm.
shoulders,
Yeah.
then I'll go back and I'll do like a little bit of chest, a little bit of legs, a
Mhm.
little bit of everything just to keep everything because I'm not going heavy.
Yeah.
So I'll touch everything every day just a little bit just to keep it like in shape
Yeah,
because
I gotcha.
my body shape is like lean.
Yeah.
If I got big, I was big when I was playing football.
Yeah.
Like right now I'm probably like 155. I was 190.
Yeah.
But I was getting hit left and right. You know,
Yeah.
I was a big boy taking that fucking creatine.
Mhm.
It's like a fucking water creatine and
Everyone has like
cytobol.
their own little style. Like, there's so many people. Like, there's a CrossFit people. I feel like now that got like really, really popular.
That got really big.
The like bodybuilding.
What do you think about that CrossFit shit?
It was like a cult for a little bit. Like
It
it was
was a
like
cult.
popular.
I can't. No offense to CrossFit people, I
Yeah.
just can't get into it.
My buddy's wife has a gym, and I'll go in there because it's a lot of like aerobic. Like it's fucking hard.
No, I know.
And
I saw it.
I'll go in there and I'll be good at like the heavy lifts, like the power. Like I'll power clean. My form is terrible, but like I'll get the weight up. But then you're doing like as dumb as they sound, like those burpees and stuff like that. But they you get torched. Like it's bad.
But I don't think the burpees build anything.
I think it's more like
I think
fat
ju-
loss kind of thing.
Like it's just like endurance, maybe.
Yeah, dude, they kill you. Like
But
you
I
do
don't
them.
think it builds anything.
No.
I mean, you're
No.
jacked though.
I was like, and I was skinny. Like in high school, I was like 120, 30 pounds. And then my one buddy, his name's Josh, both his parents were powerlifters. So I got into like the heavy lifting stuff, and it's like a drug. Like you get
Now,
addicted.
aren't you worried
to
about like later in life you're going to be in a lot of pain?
I
Well,
mean,
stem cells.
yeah.
Stem cells.
We'll see what's around by then.
Play his go. It's in the photos. Yeah. And go to well, first off, while we're on the powerlifting, click on that one. Oh, that's just a pic. So go back to his Instagram so you can play a video. That's a fucking ton of. How much
Yeah.
fucking weight is that, dude?
I think that was the first time I hit was 615.
615 fucking pounds.
So it's like the form is not as the best, but
Dude, you see that, Rob?
I used to love deadlifting when I was younger.
Oh
man.
my God.
No, not now. How long ago was this?
so that was that was like 100.
That was 18.
Yeah. So the most I like,
Jesus.
I was gonna do another powerlifting competition, but
Right
then like
there. Look at this one. This one's some shit there. That was 17. Oh my God. The fucking bar's bending.
and there's guys out there that are so damn strong. It's like you.
What do you
sa-
chalk up to hold on to, right?
Yeah. Oh, that's like a funny one we used to do. That was like the no-handed squats we were doing.
Fuck that. You're fucking crazy, dude. You need your head checked.
But like lifting, like some people like measure progress. Like say probably for you, you're like, oh, I look leaner, you know. So it's like almost like addicting. Then you're like, all right, I need to get even leaner, you know, or like maybe
Yeah.
bigger and leaner. For that, it's like how much more weight. Like once you like add 15 pounds to the bar, and it could take forever. Like adding strength to your bench is like a hard thing to do.
So how did you get to the point where you're okay? So now you're DJing all night long,
Yeah.
and then you're going in and powerlifting 615 fucking pounds, dude.
The bad thing too is like the worst thing you could probably do for your body, and it's bad. And I'm not like a big drinker. Is like if you drink, it destroys your body. Like that's so. I feel like shit after I drink.
Yeah.
But normally, like during the week, I eat. Like I pay attention to my diet a lot, so I think maybe that helps a little bit. And because you can't like go in there because you just hurt yourself if you're not like recovering. But
So like, what's your diet like?
so I eat like as much as people say it's bad. I eat a lot of red meat. Like I eat a lot of steak. I eat a lot of ground beef, and pretty basic. Like, so I track like my calories and make sure, and not to lose weight. It's almost to eat enough, because I'll lose weight quick. Like I'm
So
skinny.
you have a real fast metabolism.
Like I'm skinny. Like I was like, I'm skinny. Like limbs, everything. In like high school, I was skinny. I was like
so you
150.
could eat like fucking chocolate bars all
Yeah,
day
and
and
I-
not gaining weight.
And the thing is, like, I don't want to eat shitty because I know like it's not good. But it's
Yeah.
like I have to eat enough. So sometimes I'll like, if I eat too clean, I guess it would be like rice and chicken. It's so hard to eat enough calories with that because it's so clean. There's not a lot of calories in it. So like sometimes I'll have to go in and like eat. I don't want to say pizza, but like some shittier food because it's hard to eat enough
but
calories.
you got that metabolism. You're just
Yeah.
gonna burn right through it.
And the thing is, like, I'm trying to, like, because once you start to lose weight, you lose strength really fast. So I'm, like, trying to keep my weight higher, but I don't want to gain too much weight. It's like a balance. It's almost like a damn teeter-totter.
So like today, or not today because you're here, but like yesterday, what'd you eat?
So normally, like, breakfast for me, I'll just do, like, and I don't know, I love fucking Greek yogurt. So I'll do, like, Greek yogurt and, like,
How many of them?
so like, I just buy the tubs of it. And a
Oh,
lot
shit.
of, like, one that I really like to do and people say it's disgusting is I'll do, like, Greek yogurt, orange juice, protein powder all together and blend it. Oh, and spinach in it, a
I
blender.
really don't think that sounds that bad.
But people are like, ugh, Greek yogurt and orange juice. I'm like,
Spinach? I don't know about the spinach part.
Well, that's
well,
just
you
to
don't
give it
taste
some
it.
like
yeah, some
yeah.
like nutrients. You don't taste it once you blend it.
anything green's really really good for you.
And then after that, it's either like,
So that's like breakfast,
yeah,
and you blend it,
it's easy for me. Yeah, like
and then
breakfast,
that's it.
that's it. And maybe like, I used to do bagels a lot, just like because I'll work out at like 2:00ish or so.
For the carbs.
Yeah. But I don't like feeling too full. Like when I go to the gym, I feel like shit. So I'll do that, and then basically the rest of the day is like either potatoes and rice, and then like I'll switch up like ground beef or like steak. I'll do chicken sometimes, but I don't know. I don't like chicken. Like it's not. I can't.
Now, do you have cheat days, like the Rock type cheat days,
Not that crazy, but
to shock the body?
I'll eat a pizza or something and be like, whatever. I'm not like killing myself over it.
Yeah, but you're doing that anyway to try to hit your calories.
Yeah.
What's your calorie mark?
So like for
usually?
my maintenance, and I sit around like pretty much all day. It's not like I'm like super active. Is only like 2,600, which isn't that much.
You're that big on 2,600
Yeah.
calories?
Because I think it's because like, so say you were like not sedentary, say you like were in a field, like say you're a waiter, you burn a lot of calories like walking around like that. So someone that's like a waiter might have like 3,200 calories because they're moving around all day, whereas like I'm just sitting around. Like most of my stuff's like computer work, or I'm just like chilling. So
How do you figure that out? I always ask people,
you gotta start like,
how do you figure out your calorie intake? Like, how do you know how much to?
there's apps like MyFitnessPal, you could track it and you could kind of type everything in. Some people like have a coach, like a lot of those dudes have a coach and they know how to do it. And I'll tell you, like, say you're like, I don't know what my maintenance is. They'll give you a certain amount of calories, and say you're not losing weight on them, then they take away 500. It's almost like a,
It's like a trial and error. Until
yeah.
you figure out
And then you
'cause
figure out
everybody's
your
different.
maintenance.
Yeah.
And then once you find your maintenance, you either go down like to lose weight and you just like subtract 500 calories. It's like a calories in, calories out thing. Like all these like fad diets when they're like, I'm going to do, what's the one that you only eat in a window?
Oh, you go like 18 hours without eating, and then
Yeah.
you can eat whatever you want.
Yeah. And the
How
thing,
the fuck does that work?
so the thing is, it's like,
You're
people-
going into a catabolic state.
so what they're, I mean, the thing of it is, it's like, it's hard to overeat in that little window. So it's like, what is it called? Fasting. That's what it is. Fasting. I
Yeah.
couldn't think of it. It's hard to overeat in like they get like a 6-hour window and stuff. So you lose weight because you're not eating as much, you know, because you have that big, it's once you eat in that air, like that window, it's hard to overeat. And then everyone's like, it's got to work. I feel so much better. And it's like, well, you lost weight. So you're going to feel better. You know, you like you're eating.
Is that what it is? It's like 18 hours, right?
So
Where
it's
you
like you
don't eat.
I don't know the
Yeah.
exact hour. I know
What's the name of that diet?
fasting.
The name of
Yeah.
the diet's fasting?
Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
it's not fasting.
It's something like that, but
Homer
it's
was doing. We have a buddy, Homer.
yeah.
He did.
And it
this
works
stupid
because
shit.
it's easy to follow because it's like after I think it's 8. I want to say it's 8 hours or 6 hours, and you could eat in that, and then after that you're done
until the next.
until the
Oh,
next
I've
window.
heard about this, yeah. Now that you're saying like,
See, now me personally, I would feel like shit going 16 hours without eating.
Oh yeah.
I couldn't do it. I need something.
that has
Yeah.
to fuck you somehow. Like, that has to fuck your body.
It can't be healthy.
I mean, supposedly, and then everyone's always like, "Oh, eating before bed is like bad and stuff." And like, there's like people saying like, say you don't eat all day and then you eat before bed. It's not like your body doesn't know like, all right, I'm going to bed. This is bad for me. You know, it's like, it's just
And I say to those people, what are you eating before you go to bed?
yeah,
Like, are you eating, chicken and broccoli, steak and rice, or
Yeah.
are you eating a bag of potato chips?
yeah.
And
And the thing is too, like,
everybody's different.
yeah,
So maybe you can eat before bed, but he can't.
yeah.
And
And if you're only eating like, I just feel like when that like, so say like, I feel like your body doesn't know like, oh, it's this time. I mean, obviously sleeping, you're just kind of like sitting around. But if like you switch up that fasting window and you're only eating 800, like say 2,000 calories, how does your body know, all right, it's around this time? I feel like it just is like, I just feel like your body just doesn't know like, oh, I'm going to bed, I'm going to store this as fat instead of like,
Well, yeah. I mean,
you're not active, so I guess you are just sitting around.
I
but,
think it depends on what you eat.
yeah.
That's what I think it depends on.
Yeah.
And then with that diet, just like the Atkins diet, it's
Yeah.
not sustainable.
No, not at
So
all.
now, when you go 18 hours and don't eat,
Mm-hmm.
okay, now you're only eating, 4 hours a day.
Yeah.
Okay, so now all day, your body is now going into the catabolic state. It's eating shit. You fucked up the whole eating schedule.
Yeah.
Now, when you can't take this shit anymore, and you get a girlfriend, and she wants to go to dinner at 6 o'clock, and you say, "Oh, I'm sorry, honey, I can't eat till 9 o'clock because this is my dumb diet that I'm on,"
Yeah.
and she's pretty, what are you gonna do? Sit there and have a glass of water?
Yeah.
So it's not sustainable.
Yeah.
And then you're gonna gain every fucking pound. You'll probably gain more back
Yeah.
than what you lost because now your metabolism is slowed down
Yeah.
because it knows it's only going to get this amount of food. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Just like that Atkins shit.
Yeah.
All that fucking cheese and meat. I don't know.
And that's what a lot of people
that.
go on diet. They'll do like 30-day challenges or 60-day
God.
challenges, right? And then like as soon as they're done with that, they go eat way shittier, after and they like gain the weight back plus more because they like did this like super restrictive diet. It's like
Yeah.
you need to do something that you'll be able to stick to for a long time, like you said, that's sustainable and you'll stick to, instead of like going on a 30-day pigeon diet that you're eating like
Yeah.
nothing and then you go and eat like an asshole after. It's like, and then you gain all your weight back.
So I do Saturday and Wednesdays are my cheat days.
Mhm.
I eat whatever I want.
Yeah.
The rest of the days, because I'm not powerlifting 600 pounds like this giant next to me. The other days is like broccoli and chicken, green peas and chicken. Actually, believe it or not, fucking oatmeal granola bars for the
Yeah.
carbs.
Mm-hmm.
They're not high in calories. They're a little processed, but they're not that. I don't know. They don't affect me. I've been eating them for fucking 10 years,
Yeah.
and I got an 8-pack. I can't do 600 pounds, but I got an 8-pack.
Yeah. Everyone's got different goals, you know?
So
It's
I eat like that 5 out of 7 days, and then the other 2, so I don't go crazy mentally.
yeah.
Again, sustainable.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And it's not like you probably overdo it in your cheat. I mean, you might a little bit, but your other days you're so consistent that's
Yeah.
like you could afford it, you know?
Yeah. You know what else is funny? All these girls, they do that. The one that makes them shit themselves. They
Oh yeah, like
Yeah.
a cleanse.
yeah, they do. Yeah. I had this military guy, and he's a Marine sergeant. Remember?
Yeah.
And he's a Marine sergeant, retired. He was in the Cold War, all this crazy shit, killed a million
Yeah.
people. He was all,
Yeah.
It was an interesting time. Well, his girl, she was talking about doing the fucking shit thing.
Coffee enema.
Oh god.
It's like a coffee. What was it called?
Coffee enema.
Coffee enema. So now
People
she's
do
gonna
some
drink
crazy
that,
shit.
shit it all out, dehydrate herself.
Yeah, you shoot coffee up your ass.
Oh yeah, that's right. You shoot it up your ass.
It's an
I never heard of that
enema.
one.
It's an enema. So like if you're constipated.
See if you could pull it off from this show because he's into it, dude. Imagine shooting coffee up
I
your
will
ass.
never do that.
No, I would just be a fat ass. I'll be a fat ass in blue and white tighty whitey nut huggers with a bag of chips before I do that. Coffee enema. Blow that up a little bit.
People will do anything besides just eat better. They'll like stick coffee up their ass.
Yeah, hit accept. Hit accept there. What the fuck?
Coffee is a type of colon cleanse used in alternative medicine. During the procedure, a mixture of brewed caffeinated coffee and water is inserted into the colon through the rectum. So it has to be brewed and it has to be caffeinated. So we can't go decaf, Tommy. Or can you do
So-
dark roast maybe? I don't know.
Wait,
French
so
vanilla?
you're shooting caffeinated coffee up your ass?
Yes.
Wow,
Insert it into the colon through the rectum, through your ass.
that's fucking crazy.
So,
People will do it all.
yeah, it may help relieve constipation, boost immunity, increase your energy. I'd rather drink the coffee to boost my energy than stick it up my ass.
Coffee enema supporters claim stop yeast overgrowth. Well,
Removes-
you shouldn't have a yeast infection to fucking begin with.
Are you guys big coffee drink or caffeine people?
Yeah,
Yeah,
I'm bad. I drink about 5 of them a day. You want another one?
No, I took pre-workout today too. It's horrible.
Which one do you take?
I've been doing.
Treats cancer. So shooting coffee up my ass is going to treat
I
cancer
guess
and
that's,
depression?
well, that's what this says. Healthline.
Get the fuck
I
outta
mean,
here.
hey.
The one from Redcon, Total War. This is the one I've been taking now.
John had given me this one.
Oh, he's
do you know
probably-
Jared? Do you know Jared? He
yeah.
owns all these he gave me this one that had I didn't read it enough.
Uh-huh.
It had that DM. What is it? DM.
Oh yeah.
that one.
DMT.
And it had Yohimbe HCl in it.
Uh-huh.
I could not wait for that to go away.
It's crazy because you feel when you
Oh,
take that.
God.
It was in this pre-workout that I had, and you take it, and while you're in the gym, you feel fucking amazing. Like you feel like amazing, and then after when you crash, you want to like drive home. You're like driving home depressed, like because you're crashing so hard. It's like, but that was in like when I first started working out. Remember Jack 3D?
Jack 3D.
That
Yeah.
was it. Was in that,
Yeah.
and we're like,
my boy made that.
really?
Yeah.
And then they came out after while we're all taking it, like, oh, there's like that DMT shit in
Yeah,
it, and
yeah.
it's like, but then all those companies like tried to make like a little side version of it, and then they like put it out, and then they'll get
Yeah.
banned.
It was like the moxa, blah 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 blah, methyl.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Jack
what-
3D. What was the other one? There was Super Pump.
There was bitter orange,
Yeah,
Excedrin RFA1,
there was a lot.
hydroxycut with the ephedrine.
I wonder, like, because it hasn't been
I
around.
missed that ephedrine so bad. The real ephedrine. The Mohang.
I wonder what's in the house because like pre-workout hasn't been a lot like around that long.
Yeah.
Like down the road, we're probably gonna be like fucking growing eyes and shit. I don't know.
Yeah.
Because like we don't know how like what it does to your body long term.
And then I tried this one called Bumblebee, and it's green.
Sounds illegal.
No. I got it off the Federal Warehouse because I keep trying to find Mohang. You know, they banned it.
Yeah.
You know, because the baseball players were taking
Yeah.
5 of them in 120-degree weather with
Yeah.
no water and had a fucking heart attack and ruined it for all of us.
Isn't there one people take it to like get lean? It's like clenbuterol, but it's like for asthma, but I guess it like
Yeah.
makes you super lean or
yeah,
something.
they take clenbuterol with cytomel, T3.
Yeah.
So T3 is the thyroid,
Yeah.
and then clenbuterol is like, it's
Like I have my buddies that do the
Yeah.
shows and they'll be like, yeah, it's like an asthma medicine, but then I'm like,
Yeah.
My kid was on clenbuterol for.
really?
or was he on albuterol? He wasn't on
Oh,
clenbuterol.
no, albuterol.
Albuterol.
But I
That's
guess
the
it-
sister of clenbuterol.
Yeah.
And I guess it gives you like a thermogenic effect that like makes you really high and then it like kind of like leans you out slowly. Like,
It does, but it sucks.
Yeah. It's not the real
My
shit.
friends take it and they're like this.
Yeah.
It's not. Fuck that shit.
Yeah.
Fuck that.
That shit.
It's crazy.
It's like who is the person that's like, we're gonna take this and it's gonna get us lean.
Yeah. And you have to for it to so it was primarily used for asthma.
Yeah.
And then because of the side effects, they made albuterol,
Yeah.
which is like the one that they have pill, liquid, whatever,
Yeah.
the spray thing, that's what's in that.
Mm-hmm.
But they went from clen to the albuterol because of the side effects.
Mm-hmm.
Now when you take the clenbuterol for it to actually have the like fat burning effects,
Yeah.
you got to take like 5, like when you buy it from like a dealer,
Mm-hmm.
you have to take 5 times the amount that you would take for asthma for it to work.
Oh shit.
So now you're shaking, you're fucking
Oh,
hot,
yeah.
cold.
Can't do it.
It's fucking terrible. It's the worst shit.
I've never, and I'll be completely honest, I've never taken any like steroids yet, but I know like eventually once I get to like my potential, I'm definitely gonna take steroids. I don't know what age yet because I'm only 28,
28.
but I'll eventually get to that point where I'm like, because I'm the type of person, once I probably take it and I get stronger and bigger, and then I like get off of it and I get smaller and like weaker, I'm gonna be like, all right, I need more steroids. Like, where are the fucking steroids at?
Yeah.
In a healthy way, I would like try to do it as like professionally as possible.
well, I mean, now there's clinics everywhere.
Yeah.
You know Ben from Revive?
Mm-hmm.
He was in here. He's a smart dude. Holy
There's a bunch of those popping up too, and like a lot of people like
half of them will get indicted.
yeah, a lot of they'll say like go get blood tests because you could be like low in something,
Mhm.
and like a lot of people are like, so I haven't, not that I've known of yet, haven't had COVID yet, and I got a blood test and I was taking vitamin D3.
Yeah, you got
So
take
then I was taking it, and then everyone's like, oh, I've DJ'd almost every weekend since like COVID came out, which like people are kind of pissed about. And one of the main things they said is like vitamin D3 is like one of the most important things to prevent getting COVID. And I haven't, maybe that's why I haven't got it yet.
Yeah, it's a real good friend of mine. His
Yeah.
name is Mark Agressi. Big time guy. He goes and has lunch with Donald Trump.
Oh, really?
He won't tell me any more than that though.
Oh shit.
But he said D3, vitamin C,
Zinc?
multivitamin, zinc,
Yeah.
and vitamin K.
Yeah.
Because the K makes,
Yeah.
I don't know, it works together.
I take one from for everything else. Remember the animal, like they have Animal Pack. That
yeah,
has, like, all
animal.
the
Yeah,
thing?
they had like the
I
5
take
pills in
that.
it.
I take that, and then the D3, and then like,
That one animal pack is wicked.
dude, it's a lot of the
Those
pills are
fucking pills. You ever take one of them?
the pills.
These
are huge.
pills, bro, are like, imagine 1,000 milligram vitamin C. You know how big they are? That's nothing compared to these fucking things.
Mhm.
What is it? What is it? It's just for
It's an animal.
It's like
a-
pre-packed. It's
yeah.
like pre-packed vitamins with like everything in it, and it's good. I mean, after you take, you like piss the brightest yellow in the world.
Yeah, it's got like a lot of B vitamin. It's really good for you. But I mean, you open up that packing, because I was taking them before because they are good.
It's a job.
And I don't trust vitamins at all because I know EAS. Remember EAS?
a big one.
What was their creatine called? They made Cytovol. EAS.
Bill Romanowski used to be like a big.
You know
fan
EAS.
for them.
Maybe. I don't
Pull
know.
up a picture of EAS. But the owner of that, Bill Phillips,
Mhm.
they did because they're not FDA regulated.
Oh.
And I actually met the fucking guy, and half the shit in it was fake. They actually were putting like cake powder in their
Really?
protein shake. Yeah.
That's what I heard. Like I don't drink a lot of protein powder. I try to just like eat regular food, but they said like in protein shakes, like most of it is just bullshit fillers.
Remember that EAS? You remember that?
Oh yeah, I remember the logo.
Yeah, right there's Bill Phillips. Right there, that
This guy?
guy. Yep, right here. Yep.
That's pretty jacked.
Yeah. Well, he was putting cake mix in his fucking protein
That
shake.
was the one that was doing it.
Yes.
So then, yeah, they're saying like protein shakes are like to get approved, you only have to have like a certain amount of protein, and like the rest is bullshit. Like,
Well, like if you
filler.
look on, we don't have anything in here, but if you look on the back of your supplements,
yeah,
there's a little box back there. It says these statements have not been approved by the
yeah.
FDA.
So they can put whatever in
They
it.
could put whatever in it. They could put and
Fucking sugar.
and all they can do is give them a 90-day notice to
Dude, we used to-
take it off.
We used to drink this when we were trying to gain weight in high school. There was one called, I think it was called Serious Mass or something, and it was like a laundry detergent scooper,
yeah.
and it would be like 2,000 calories.
Yeah, I remember that. Yeah.
And we used to like, I used to be like struggling. We used to drink. I used to just drink it out
Yeah.
of a blender, and me and my buddy were like, we would try to drink it. We only had like one blender after working out, and I'm
Yeah.
like taking 45 minutes to try to drink. I'm like, oh, I'll finish it fast this time,
Yeah.
and I'm like trying to drink it. I'm like, oh my god.
So we used to call it weight gainer.
yeah.
Weight gainer, and it would be literally 2 fucking scoops would be like 3,000 calories,
Yeah.
and you couldn't put enough. And then they tell you to mix it with milk.
And it
Oh,
would-
yeah,
it'd be
for
like
more
it'd be
calories.
like cement in a fucking thing. Thick,
Oh.
just a fucking thick.
God, when we were playing football,
Yeah.
these guys would be sitting there, and like he said, it'd take 45 minutes. And I'm talking jack guys,
Yeah.
like monsters that hit hard. They were pussies with this, and they drank that shit. Man, was that thick. And you have to make right. You have to make such a big glass so you could fucking.
Because you have to
drink
put
the
so
shit.
much water in it. Because like if you only put a little bit of
Yeah.
water, like liquid, it's like
I wish,
just-
I wish they had like. I don't think they had pre-workout when I was younger. Like when I
Nah.
played football, they didn't have pre-workout. Can
No.
you imagine taking a fucking pre-workout before a football game?
I did. I was taking.
You had? I mean, I don't remember.
Oh yeah, I
remember
took
that.
2 scoops of bitter orange.
Oh.
If I didn't take that, I would, and that was strong. And if I didn't take that, I took. Do you remember Xanadrine RFA1?
I feel like I remember the name.
You're what are you? 28.
28.
So I'm 38. You might have missed that one. That was not one to miss. But
I remember this. The first one was Jack 3D that I started taking.
type in Xanadrine with an X RFA1. I just want to see if you know it.
I feel like the energy, like I mean, now it's like so popular, like Bang Energy and all that stuff. Like the energy drink market is so big, and like caffeine is almost like it's almost to the point, and even for me, I know it's bad.
Remember that back in the day? That's not the real shit, but it's the same box. But go back up, Rob, because it's the same box, but they took out the fucking.
Oh,
They
they
that
changed it
might
to
have.
burn fat.
Yeah, they might have canned that before you really got into it.
But I feel like caffeine now is almost like before, and I know it's bad. Like, but when you're going to the gym, it's almost like, all right, I have to drink a like energy drink, and I have to
Yeah,
take pre-workout.
I
and-
drink 4 or 5 of them a day,
Sheesh. I DJ'd
and it doesn't even faze me.
the owner of Bang Energy. I DJ'd like his kid's party. This dude had a mansion.
Really?
And he has like, he's an older dude. He's probably like,
It's in Boca, right?
yeah. And he's
you know
like,
who it is?
I know who he is. I don't know him, but that Bang Energy blew up fucking fast.
and it's
man.
private, so like he
Yeah.
owns it all, and it's like so funny because like if you see on his social media, he's still trying to be kind of like hippish kind of,
Mm-hmm.
and this guy has one of the nicest guys too. Like him and his wife are super cool. A chain, biggest gold chain, like a huge gold chain, and it just has the Bang Energy logo on it. Like if you go to his Instagram, it's
Wow.
all over. It's funny.
He deserves it. He killed it.
Oh yeah, and the energy.
His advertising, his videos.
He's smart. And what about the girls too that he
That's
uses, like the
exactly
Bang
what I'm
Energy
saying.
girls?
He marketed that good.
Bang, man, like bang.
All my friends drink it, but I don't like creatine.
Yeah.
That's what pushed
I
me
don't-
away from it.
I feel like in a weird way, like I feel like those energy drinks, I think the caffeine, like once I like crash off them, it makes me like moody. I don't know. It's like weird.
See, now I have prescribed
Yeah.
modafinil, and I take the modafinil with that, and there's no crash at all.
Really?
Yeah. You ever see the movie Limitless? I bring this
Yes.
up all the time because I haven't taken this in
Yes.
20 years.
Yes.
It's basically the dumbed down form of that.
Really?
No side effects, no shakes, just motivated, focused. Let's go.
When I was like studying for my insurance license and stuff, I took like, and I won't take it because it's crazy. Adderall, and I feel like that's like the limitless pill.
Okay, so you take Adderall
Mhm.
and take out all the nasty shit that comes with it.
Yeah.
That's modafinil. It's been
Really?
around since 1956. I
That-
always say it's because I love it.
That
You know what I
Adderall
mean?
is like
No,
the most insane thing.
no, it's this is more of like you'll take it with caffeine, of course,
Mhm.
and you get like a euphoria at
Mhm.
first, and then you just want to accomplish everything,
Yeah.
and you can stay on task with one thing.
It made me want to talk to people too. Like it makes
Yeah.
me want to like call my boys and be like, "Hey man,
Yeah, it
what's
takes
up?"
away social anxiety and
Yeah,
all
it's
that other
like-
shit, but not quite like that. That's
Yeah.
Adderall. That's like that shit fucking.
And isn't like Adderall like one molecule away from meth or something?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Probably not the best.
I mean,
of us.
it actually is meth.
Yeah.
It's just
Oh, shit.
yeah,
You feel amazing when you take it. It's crazy.
and it's
But-
addictive as fuck.
Yeah.
One
Oh,
week,
yeah.
one week you're hooked.
And they're like, to get prescription, because I know a bunch of my buddies have like prescriptions. You literally just go to the doctor and be like,
Yeah.
I can't focus, and they're like, here you go.
Yeah.
Isn't that like a big thing in like the DJ world though? Don't a lot of DJs, because you gotta stay. I mean, they're like, I mean, I'm
Coke.
not saying you, but I'm saying yeah, cocaine too. But aren't they doing like?
Yeah, just to like stay up and like, just I mean, it makes you like social. But the thing is, for me, like I feel like if you're taking that and then you like keep doing it, you're gonna like get to the point where it's like, all right, I need this to DJ. You know, it's like
Yeah. Well,
so
that's-
like I
that's
know
exactly
some
how it
guys
is.
that, and we like always like I probably drink maybe once a week. A lot of these guys will have to be like, oh, I have to DJ, I need to take a shot, and I don't like ever want to be to the point where it's like, should I need to take an Adderall, which is like doing who knows what to your body. To DJ, it's like almost like a thing where it's like you played good once, and then you're like so locked in that you're like, I need to take an Adderall.
Yeah.
and do
So
this.
now you're dependent on
Yeah.
the substance
Yeah.
to get through.
And there's a
whatever
lot of
you're doing.
DJs too that will like, oh, I need to have a drink before I go play, because they're like nervous. I don't know what it is, but it's like I never want to get to that point. And my aunt, like when I first started, because I started DJing, like I grew up in the acreage, so there was like big house parties all the time that wouldn't get broken up. And thinking 12th grade, I started DJing, and we were having these house parties, but there was just music, like we were playing music. So I was like, you know what, like my cousin, he came and did a wedding, and he's like, left his equipment there, and he's like, oh, let me, I was like, oh, leave it here, can I mess with it? He's like, yeah, just do this, whatever. So I like got into it like that, and I was always like I was so weird about downloading songs, and my friends would come over and be like, yo, you have to hear this song, you know, like I was like a hoarder of music almost. And then once I started DJing the house parties, I would be able to like, you're gonna listen to the song because I'm gonna play, you know. So we were having these big house parties, and that's how like I first started. Is like I would start out there. The house parties would be crazy now because there was like a DJ and music, and then I think I started DJing my senior year. But the first clubs that I was doing was a Thursday night, and I used to have to go to high school on Friday. So I was like doing this Thursday night, and when you first start DJing, like you're an opener and then you're a closer. You get the shittiest hours, you know. You're like,
What were your hours? And
So, like-
how old? What were you in 11th grade?
I was in 12th grade, so I still had school Friday.
So what? 17, 18?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I wasn't even old enough to get in the club. And I would start, and I was like, I would do from like 10 to 11, the shitty part, and then like 2 to 3, the closing part. So I had to be there the whole night. And then I would go to school Friday, and my teachers would be like, what the fuck is wrong with you? You're only 17 years old, and you're going to clubs. Like, they were almost like saying, like, what the fuck? Like, you're going down a really bad path. And I was just like, oh, I'm making money. Like, I was getting...
Yeah.
That's
So let me sit in class and you can teach me about something I'm
Yeah, I'm
never
never
going to
gonna
use in
use.
my entire life.
Yeah, so I was like, I started then.
I did real great.
And then I started DJing with like at like Passions at the Hard Rock, and I was only like 19, 20 years old. So sometimes like these guys, like the bouncers wouldn't know me, and I would go there and they'd be like, you're not even old enough to get in here. And I'm just like, whatever. But I was DJing, so they were like, go for it.
Fuck it.
And then I was like, I was drinking like when I was 19 and 20. And then my 21st birthday came around, like, and all these clubs made flyers for it. And I was always like cool with the bartenders, and they would be like, bro, you've been drinking here for like 2 years. I was just like, whoops.
Now, when you start off like that
Mhm.
and you're doing the shit show when you're in 12th grade,
Yeah.
what do you make that night?
So like when I first started, it was like, say I was getting like $200, like $150, but you're just getting to the point where it's like, I just want to DJ. It wasn't even really about money. But then they would like, a lot of DJs now, is they're really good promoters that know how to play music. So like I knew a lot of people, and all my friends would like have fake IDs and stuff. So you would get paid like for how many people you brought too. And then it got to the point where it was like, oh, you could keep a crowd. Like that's all people like. In West Palm and like a lot of places, there's a strip of clubs. And if you're not doing a good job to keep people there music wise, and it kind of makes like a lot, like say on Clematis Street, there's all these clubs. If you're not playing good stuff, they're 2 seconds away from being like, all right, let's go to the next spot. This place sucks. The music sucks, you know? So it makes you like, make sure you play good music or you're screwed, you know?
I heard a friend of mine knows you, and I heard you do a lot at pawn shop, or you used to do a lot of pawn shop.
I used to. Now it's like I'm doing a lot of stuff on like Palm Beach Island and stuff, just like going after like a different crowd.
That's what I wanted to ask you. What is it called? Open
format.
Yeah, what's that mean?
So, you'll have like a lot of DJs that only play like hip hop, right? Or like they'll only get booked because of like a hip hop, whatever. Then you have like house DJs that only play house. Whereas like open format DJs, you literally play like, and I'm a fan of like all music, so it's pretty easy for me, like house, hip hop, reggae, old school, disco. Like you basically you're playing what's in front of you. Like it could be an older crowd and I'll be playing like 80s and disco and some like dance stuff. And there's some nights where it's like, all right, I'm going to play a lot more hip hop than, so it's good to have like a lot of people like it now because you don't know what's going to come into your club. And if you have someone that's basically just like a hip hop DJ and you have some people that like dance music, it's like you could kind of cater to all crowds.
So you have the open format where you'll play anything. And then what's the opposite of that? What's that called?
I guess, I mean, you would just be like a specialty,
like a specialty DJ in
like,
one specific genre?
Yeah. Like there's some like the big EDM guys and stuff.
What's EDM again?
That's like basically like ultra music festival.
Like tech?
Techno, like yeah, electronic music. A lot of them, remember when it was like popping, like
yeah. See, that used to be called rave or techno.
Basically, yeah.
Yeah.
And there's all these like subgenres of like house music. Like there will be like techno, and then there's like EDM, and then there's like trap. You know, it's like electronic music. And a lot of those guys, when that EDM stuff kind of died out, you see them. They're like working with like a lot of hip hop artists now. Like they'll go and do songs with like Waka Flocka, kind of started doing like the crossover stuff with like trap music. And
yeah, I saw the one because I'm a big Chris Brown guy. The one DJ 4B or
4B.
Yeah, he did that song with Chris Brown. That was pretty good.
Chris Brown's smart because like when house music was really popular, he was like one of the first people to go, and he was like doing the song with who was it? It was Afrojack, and he did like International Love.
Yeah,
he was smart.
My whole playlist is Chris Brown. Yeah, I like his lyrics.
And that's like
and
he's
he can
like
rap.
He's a crossover artist. Like he could go like rap with Busta Rhymes on "Look at Me Now," and then he could go sing a song with like International Love and stuff. He's like a smart guy.
Yeah, he goes from singing where he wants to kill himself.
Yeah,
and makes you want to kill yourself. You know, then he goes to like where he's doing the hook.
Yeah,
you know, with somebody. And then he goes to where he's rapping.
Yeah.
And he's rapping better than just as good as anybody else.
I went to a Chris Brown concert.
I've been to just about every one.
It's like those are like, there's some shows that you don't mind like being in the back and like kind of just listening. When you're at like Chris Brown, like watching him dance, he's like
retarded.
He's good.
Yeah.
He's almost like, I would say, a lot of people say, I would say it's like that. He's like almost comparable to Michael Jackson because like Michael Jackson could sing, dance, and everything, and Chris Brown, like who else could do like dance like he can and still.
And then you throw in that he can go from wanting to make you kill yourself if you lost your girl, to being on a hook with anybody, to then rapping. Yeah. Rapping.
Yeah.
I don't know anybody else like that.
He's like,
and dancing while he's doing that.
Yeah, he would be like almost like, all right, now like open format. See how he could do like everything.
Yeah.
Same thing.
So is that the popular thing now, open format? Or that's just what you choose?
I mean, I just do it just because I am a fan of like all the, like I listen, like if you go through my Spotify playlist, there's like Latin songs I don't like. I DJ at this like Latin club, Canela, and I speak no English. I mean, no Spanish at all. I'm just like observing like what's popular and stuff. And it's just fun to be like, go out of your boundary and go like play that, whatever. But then it's like I could cater to almost like anybody that's in front of me. Whereas like some people, they can only do like one thing. and be like, I
And
can
that's
only
all
play
they're
hip
good
hop.
at.
Yeah. And some guys get away with that, and it's
Do you have a playlist when you go in there?
no. I mean, I organize my music by like genre, and it'll be like say hip hop, dance, all like categories, and then I kind of just go with like I'll go with like who's in front of me, and you just go observant from there. It's like you'll try to hit them with like it's almost like you're hitting with like say dance music for a little bit, and they're like, oh, you could kind of tell like the energy
You
or
can
whatever.
feel the crowd.
You could kind of feel it out, and then you'll like go to something else, and it's just like you're playing with them all night, and it's like, oh, go to hip hop, some old school stuff. They'll like fuck with it for a little bit, and then it'll be like, all right, they're over this. Let's go back to like some newer hip hop stuff. But when I first kind of started, dance music was like popping. Like,
Yeah, because what year did you really get into it?
so I started in like 2009,
Yeah.
and that's when all those like EDM artists
you're
were
right.
coming over
Yeah.
here.
Yeah, 2008, 2009 was all that rave shit.
Yeah,
All
and then it
that.
was like the dancey like. Do you remember like as dumb as it is like party rock anthem?
Yeah.
That was like we used to book those guys at like this club that I used to go to or DJ at, and then that died out like out of no like
It
that
just
would
dropped
just
off.
dropped badly, and now I feel like what's like the most popular thing is like the hip hop stuff is like really popular again.
That's what's
Really
coming back
popular,
right now.
really popular, because if you turn on the radio, I mean, there's still like obviously like the top 40 artists like The Weeknd and stuff like Ariana Grande, but even Ariana Grande is kind of getting a little ratchet with like
Did
her
you see
stuff.
the weekend at the Super Bowl?
I saw the
He
highlights of
I
it.
didn't even recognize him.
Didn't he get like some face surgery too?
I don't know. I know he was on a lot of heroin prior to that,
Those
but
guys probably rip it.
he looks he looks skinny as fuck.
Yeah, and then like I saw like there was a thing he like got facial surgery and like his face was really fat, and then
I don't know, but he didn't look anything like him. He came out. I'm like this is the weekend.
I like The Weeknd, but
No, I like him. I mean, the guy can sing, but it didn't even look like him. Now I thought that open format. I
Mhm.
thought that meant like you only went to like residencies. I know you do that,
No.
but I didn't know that that's
So
what
like
it was.
the open format that's
Oh,
just
yeah.
like but
yeah, I get
now
what it is.
then now like residency wise like
Because you do a lot of residency, right?
I was doing like so say like there was one like say Banco Cantina, which is like that video. I was playing there every Saturday since like the day it opened. Cause
Now that's considered residency.
if you play there like often, like say I'm there every Saturday, that would be considered like my residency. It's like my home base almost.
Oh, okay.
But now I'm getting to the point where I'm like, I want to bounce around a lot more because it just keeps it more fresh, you know? And you aren't like seeing the same crowd, the same room. You're seeing like all these different people, which is like, it's
Now,
like,
are those your screens or
that's the club screens, and they'll like
Yeah.
throw the logos up and
logo?
stuff.
Right.
Has that scene, I know it's Florida and we're open and everything like that, everything's open, but have you seen since COVID that some of these bars and restaurants have been maybe, let's call it a little stingy paying, meaning like if you say you used to make $1,000, I don't know what it is,
Yeah.
that maybe they'd be like, well, hey man, with everything going on, I can only give you 600.
So when the first week back, there was a lot of like we closed, like a lot of clubs did close for a little bit, and the first week back when they didn't know like how busy they were gonna be, they were like, hey, can you like take care of us, like, and these are places I played forever, like for a while, so I'm like, yo, like we'll see how, we were basically just like, we'll see how it goes, you know. So I was like giving them a break on that, but then as soon as like everything opened, it's almost still busier than it was like pre-COVID, because people are
Really?
just like, so then it got to the point where you're like, you could tell like people were spending money and everything. It's like, I'm not want to be like a stingy asshole, but it's like you're making a ton of money. Like, why am I gonna cut my rate? Like, if you were dying and it was like no one's making money,
Right.
but these clubs are crazier than they were like when we first went into lockdown. So it's like you could see it, and I feel like they know, like you could tell like if some place is pumping money, it's like, all right.
Are they trying to pull that now though?
No,
No,
it's
they're
still, it's honestly crazier. And I've like seasons. When is season till? Season's till like what, May? Like season technically.
Why, like the snowbird thing?
Yeah.
What is it, bro?
Probably April they start to leave and go back up north.
This is like
Beginning of May.
Everybody's down here.
It's
now.
honestly the craziest I've seen clubs since I've started DJing.
Really.
Numbers, like people wise, numbers wise. The numbers that these clubs are hitting are like better than their last year's numbers. Sunday Fun Day, I don't know how it came so popular, like brunch and stuff. Like places that on Sundays are like hitting numbers. Sunday's almost more popular than Saturdays now.
What?
Because people will do like that brunch thing, like the go eat, whatever. And what I think it is like girls like to dress up in like their brunch outfits. Like they get to wear a totally different outfit than their nightclub outfit. So it's like more popular because it's more like casual kind of.
Yeah, I get it. Yeah.
And it's like a daytime thing. So, I mean, brunch is literally the craziest
I remember
thing.
Legato and DJ JR was in here.
Yeah.
And both of them said the exact same thing, that they would come around and enforce shit.
Yeah.
They say, like, if you serve food, you can
Yeah.
open up. But then they would come back and they would come with like restrictions that weren't on the paper.
They're pulling bull. Like, yeah, they're trying to
Did you
pull.
run into that same shit?
So I would like see it, and there would be like, which doesn't make sense. They were trying to like just like almost make up rules as they like went. Like this week you can't.
Right, but the paper said A, B, C, D, E. But
Yeah.
then they would add, you know.
And they were using
E
like
through
old
Z.
censuses like to try to like, and it wasn't like the renewed date, and they were like walking around downtown with a paper like, oh, you got to follow this.
But
and
it
it's like-
wasn't even on the paper though.
Yeah,
That's
it
what
was
they were
like-
saying. Like
They were trying to go with
JR was telling me it was fucked up.
And JR's really like JR's been JR. I fucking love that guy.
Yeah, real
He's been
cool
in
dude.
the biz for a while, and the thing I like about him is like he doesn't walk onto parties like that are busy. He like will start like say like he did Roxy's Rooftop on Sundays for a really long time, but the party was nothing, and then he goes and basically manages, like he starts the night from scratch. Like he'll hire the DJs, he'll hire the bottle girls. Like he starts these parties from scratch, and like a lot of people don't do that. So he almost gets like the managing side of it too. Like he knows like when because those parties were getting ruined because of COVID, but he knew the rules and everything. So it's like he kind of like was calling out the bullshit, and then people would go on like Facebook, and he would go on there and be like, these people try to shut down a party for rules they aren't even in effect, blah,
Putting
blah,
it out
blah.
there, yeah.
Yeah.
I remember he was so pissed because he was supposed to do the whole set at SunFest.
SunFest, yeah.
And he was pissed as hell.
SunFest too, it's like they canceled it this year too.
Yeah, well, he said he was supposed to do a
He was
whole
supposed
set.
to do the main stage,
Yeah,
yeah.
the main stage.
Because
yeah.
a lot of us, so two of my buddies, they'd run those barges on the water.
Yeah, where like you can't move.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
that's like, I think it's almost funner than like, you'll see a few artists that you like, but the barges is like, it's fun because it's like all the DJs and all the in the biz people that are off, and it's just like a huge party, and they canceled it. But some DJs like get to go play on the main stage, which is like fun, and I guess he had like a big slot and it got canceled.
Oh yeah,
Which
he
sucks.
was because he's jacked too.
Yeah, he's a big guy.
Yeah, he was he was
Yeah,
hitting that chair too.
yeah, he was big.
He's
a
got
big dude.
he's got his photo thing going on now.
Yeah, and
Yeah,
he's like a
he-
manager at Monroe's now. Like he's
Yeah.
doing it up.
Yeah, good guy.
he's
He's a
been-
good guy.
yeah,
Him and
he's-
Legato are too. Shout out to JR. He's a good dude.
It's my boy. He's been in the game for a while, and what's cool about like all the DJs and like, I guess I mean even to like I'm friends with almost all these DJs in South Florida. Everyone's really cool with each other. No one's like ever like shitting
Kind of
on
like
each
a
other.
brotherhood.
Almost, yeah, and like all of us pretty much like
Work with
we'll
each other.
hang.
in a way.
Yeah, we'll like try to
Yeah.
book people, like try to like book this guy here, and sometimes it's hard because the budgets like for clubs, like people want to make money, but it's almost like I know some like places like there's DJs undercutting people, and almost like we're almost like a big team to make sure like everyone like if someone knows someone's like DJing for shit, they'll be like, hey man, like what is up, like you're better than that or something. Like no one's really shitting on someone to make money, you know, like we're all trying to make money, which is cool.
Very few people like that left.
Yeah, and we'll all like hang out, like it's like almost like a big family, which is a cool thing.
So your first big gig was where?
I mean, numbers wise, like SunFest is one of the biggest festivals in the world.
Which one is SunFest?
No, I think it's up. It's keep going up. It's right up. Right there
there's a
to the
video.
left. That's Pawn Shop when I used to do it. Right there. This is on one of the bars. That's me and my buddy Reflex.
Blow that up.
I don't know if you can.
I mean the green thing at the top. I guess you can. So that's SunFest, right? Hold on.
So that's one of the barges.
Yeah, that's in that like tent thing, right?
Yeah.
That's you right there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Is that Jay? Who?
that's Reflex.
Reflex.
He's one of the guys that actually like took me under his wing. Shout out Reflex. His brother owns Absolute, Javier, that Jesse works at. But I mean, if you numbers wise, like SunFest over those 2-3 days is like one of the top 5 biggest festivals. So I guess it's like pretty cool to. Oh, that's in Canada. Me and Legato. To DJ at SunFest is like it's one of the biggest festivals in the world.
Yeah.
Or like in the U.S. So you don't think about it because it's like in our backyard, but then you
Yeah.
like numbers wise, you're like, holy shit, this is a pretty big deal. But it's always fun to do like when you get
Do they pay you before or after?
after.
After.
And just because I mean, if you didn't know, like the guys that we know, they set it up so it's like you aren't sketched out about getting paid.
Where's that badass picture? Go down one. Oh, that's a badass picture.
There, this one.
This
Yeah.
one?
I like that too.
That's a badass. That's why I put it on the thing.
Yeah.
Where's that at? That's
That's at Banco.
Banco. Okay.
Um,
like those photos, Tom. You frame that thing. Like you
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what I was telling.
Frame that.
See, I would like I was telling
Yeah.
John yesterday. I would literally take that because it's badass. You got the fuckboy haircut. You got
Yeah.
those shit.
had the
I'd
line.
frame that fucker. I did the same thing.
Yeah.
I
It was
got,
a
I got
trend.
sick of dealing with it. But that's a killer picture.
Yeah.
You should frame that, dude.
We'll put it on a wall.
Who's that? Who's that there?
Here?
No, right there.
So
He
that,
looks familiar.
that's Lewis.
Lewis.
He when I first started getting into downtown, he was a manager
Foreign
off the hookah. Yeah, that's just
Off
me.
the hookah. That's how I know him.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
he ran it for a while, and he actually,
That's
when he left, he went over to Banco Cantina, and Off the Hookah was the shit back in the
what
day.
happened to that place, man? Just,
The rent was too high.
The rent and just like it was certain clubs get played out like after a couple like when it's like Off the Hookah was the shit back in the day.
Yeah.
And we kind of went to Banco with like a hope and a dream, and like the first week or like no first month or two, and we were just talking about this. We were like, did we make a mistake? This is like not popping at all, you know? And then we slowly kind of built it up. He's still there, and Banco's like one of the best spots downtown.
Yeah, his brother or cousin or I don't know how they work is
Mhm.
Muhammad. Do you know Muhammad? He's a driver. He
Oh,
drives
no.
a Lincoln. Like he'll drive you around, but it's not like some like taxi shit.
No, I don't know.
Well, that's how I know him because we
Oh yeah,
always
there's
stop in
some
there.
sunfet the badges.
is that DJ Supreme?
Yeah.
You know Josh.
Oh yeah, Josh. You know Josh
Yeah.
Supreme.
Yeah. Josh and Sean.
You know what Josh is doing now, and he's actually
Twitch.
he's killing it on Twitch.
It's fucking Twitch shit. I keep
Yeah.
hearing this fucking Twitch
He's
shit.
killing it.
Yeah, he is.
You go on there, and he has like
He does
500 people on it.
He does like 24 straight hours, 48 straight hours, I think he did, right? But it's people from all over the world. So you're getting these like people from like Australia watching at, when it's nighttime here, it's morning there or whatever.
Yeah, he's like gets guest DJs from like all around the world, and they go on his feed.
Yeah.
And it's like, I guess like people subscribe to you, so that's like how it generates money is like people subscribe to you, so you make money from that. And then you have like people that send you like, it's called bits, I think.
Yeah, I think so.
And you make money like that too. They kind of like tip you, and I guess he's killing it.
He just I'll tell you after how I know him, but he proposed the other night to his
Oh really?
on Twitch, live on Twitch. He
Oh
proposed.
shit.
He proposed
Shit,
live on
that's
Twitch.
awesome.
Imagine. That's what this fucking world's coming to.
Yeah, I have people, and I see some crazy shit. Like I've had people like propose in nightclubs on the stage. Like they're like, "Hey, can you play this? I'm gonna propose to my girl." I'm like, "Oh shit, right now? Okay, I guess so."
Yeah, there's some more good ones here. I wanted to ask
And
you about.
those two, like Josh, Reflex. There's a
Pawn
bunch of
shop.
them.
Yeah, it's pawn shop.
Yeah.
I used to go in there a lot. What's that owner's name?
Um,
Oh, the white guy. What the fuck?
Cleve.
Cleve.
Yeah.
Does he own a Camelot? Who owns Camelot?
That's Rodney Mayo. He owns like a bunch of spots.
Is that still open, Camelot?
Yeah.
That's like a younger crowd.
Nice Porsche. I had the same one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love that car.
Yep, me too.
A lot of those, like, say JR and like Supreme and all them. What's cool is like they're older and they've been in the game a lot longer than I have. And when I first started, like, I would ask these guys questions or like be like, normally like a lot of people, they would see like a younger kid like trying to get into like their same thing, and a lot of people would be like, go fuck yourself, you know, like not help you out. And those guys were always like, what do you need, what song, they have questions, or like sitting in the DJ booth with them and just like watching them DJ. They were always like family, so they were really cool.
Yeah, JR said he's on like some app, and there's only like 100 DJs on it.
Oh yeah, it was like Fit Radio or something.
Yeah. He said he's crushing it on that.
He's always in his little things. Like he's doing like photography stuff for a long time.
He's got the what's the site with the girls?
OnlyFans.
OnlyFans.
Yeah, and he was killing it. It's like
he's bringing that in his fucking studio.
I love it. It's
hey.
He actually did some pictures for me just for like new press pictures, and
yeah, I gave him some shit that I wasn't using.
Yeah, the
was
OnlyFans
supposed to
people.
come back
Do you know
tomorrow.
about that? Like all these girls on OnlyFans are like killing it.
Yeah, they charge. It's like $14.99 a month, and then it's reoccurring. And then you
Yeah.
forget that it's reoccurring. So then when you get a girl and you get sick of it, and you don't need to look at a girl fingering herself anymore.
Yeah, and
know-
there's girls that are making like insane amount of money,
Insane.
like millions of dollars, and like a lot of celebrities are doing it now because like there's no shows like for them, like so they'll like start OnlyFans. It's like crazy.
I have a marketing company, so I deal with a
Uh-huh.
lot of people in other countries.
Yeah.
So this one guy in Pakistan, this motherfucker, he talked to him when we were trying to set up that machine.
Yeah.
That machine took 60 hours to set up.
Wait, which one?
The multicam thing?
Oh shit.
Yeah, I'm going to show you the black magic that you should get.
I need you guys to school me on the YouTube stuff.
I'll help you. So this fucking guy, right?
Mhm.
And now he's in Pakistan. I pay him to do things.
Mhm.
I referred another friend of mine to pay him
Mhm.
to do things. So just between the two of us, he's getting a lot.
Yeah.
And this is U.S. dollars.
Yeah.
Pakistan is like $1,000 is like $5,000.
Yeah.
He's
Oh,
on this
God.
website called Bigo. You ever
Uh-huh.
hear of that?
Uh-uh.
BIGO.
Uh-uh.
Okay. So it's these international guys,
Mhm.
and they'll spend. It's like $200 and you buy a heart, and you send it to this girl, right?
Mhm.
She's on there. She's like, I'm on for 15 minutes.
Uh-huh.
You might be able to see it. Pull up Bigo.
What is like they do
It's fucking
camera
cra-
shit?
Yeah. So now a guy's in Pakistan.
Mhm.
He wants to look at a hot girl in Miami.
Yeah.
Okay. She'll say, "Send me a heart." It's a virtual heart.
Yeah.
It's just like a fucking heart
Uh-huh.
that goes over to the broad, right?
Yeah.
Now she'll show you her nipple.
Yeah.
Okay. Now she says, because I watched this shit, I couldn't even believe it. But I thought it was just this stuff, but I don't know where it's at. Maybe like, I don't know. See if you can find it while
The
I
thing
tell
I
them all
don't
this
get
shit.
is like these people will pay for OnlyFans, but like why don't you just go watch
They-
porn?
Yeah, I agree with you.
And I
Maybe-
think it's because they know them personally. It's like makes it different.
they say their name, so they feel
Yeah.
like, oh, he said.
click on that one down there. I want to, because the girl actually sits there and she'll say, "I'll show you my literally,"
Mhm.
and this is all virtual. We
Yeah.
should have came up with it. If we came up with this, we'd be killing it. Yeah, I don't know. Probably don't play it. We'll probably get kicked. So what he does, so he gets paid out the ass
Mhm.
for Pakistan money.
Yeah.
He takes all the fucking money, goes on there, and I watched him do it. I go, "What the fuck do you do with all this money?" His name's LZ.
He
I'm
just
calling him
throwing
out because he drives me nuts. And like, you know, I pay him every month,
Yeah.
like, you know, for what he helps me with the marketing.
Uh-huh.
And I'll be like, look, and the payment is due on the 24th, and it'll be like the 10th. Like, look, I'll cut it in half if you send it now, because he wants to go buy these girls.
What the
So they'll
hell?
say, look, send me a heart for a nipple. Sends $200. It's virtual. Goes to the company. The girl gets 40%. The company gets 60 on that 200. Then she says, send me a shield, and I'll finger myself for 5 minutes. A virtual shield. It's
What is
just
a
like
shield, like $500.
shield is $750. Now she'll finger herself for 15 minutes,
Mhm.
and then she'll talk to, and she'll say, because I watched him do it on AnyDesk.
Mhm.
She'll say, "I'll finger myself for 15 minutes, and I'll give you my WhatsApp." Boom. He throws that 750 quicker than shit. Fingers herself for 15 minutes. He gets off. Now he's talking to her on WhatsApp. Now he's in Pakistan. This broad's in Miami talking to 17 other guys.
Holy
But
shit,
but
these girls are
but she's
caking.
using that shit. And she's
Oh,
just
yeah.
sitting in the crib. Now she goes back on Bigo and she says, "Z, you know what? You want to see my asshole? some weird shit.
Yeah.
Or, you want me to put a dildo up my pussy?
Yeah.
Send me a shield, a heart, and a fucking
And he's like, hell yeah.
acorn.
He's all in.
So now he's like, okay, 750, 200. Okay, now I got to go to my Bitcoin and cash it out. Sends the bitch $1,500. And this happens every single day he's on this. Anything you need me to do, Tom?
And this girl's getting it from like 20 other people.
20 other people. And and remember, this is all virtual.
Yeah.
Right? So the company is getting $750 for a
camera.
like a, what do you call, like when I send you a smiley face on the
Like
iPhone.
emoji?
Emoji.
Yeah.
It's just emoji. The fucking heart goes up, it splashes,
Why didn't we
it
think of
ching-chings. Big O gets 60% of that grand. The girl gets 400,
Unreal.
and all she's doing is sitting in her house, putting a dildo up her pussy. And these guys in Pakistan, Bangladesh, wherever the hell they are, they're just spending.
And they could block, like girls could like go on that and like say you're a girl from Florida, you could block, like say you do like camera, like you're like a camera girl like that, right? You could block out the state you're in and go like live in like Georgia where like no one knows you.
Yeah.
And like make money.
Well, what they do is, this is how they really fuck them.
Yeah.
These people. So they get you on Big O.
Mm-hmm.
They'll get like a grand out of you.
Mm-hmm.
Then they get you on WhatsApp. Now they don't have to go through Big O. They can do like
taking
a
out the feed.
FaceTime thing.
Yeah.
I'll make a Apple ID. Now you can
Yeah.
do FaceTime.
Yeah.
Hey, just PayPal me or
For
whatever.
half the price.
Yeah, and now there's now you get
No
the full cut.
middleman.
Yeah, I mean
Oh
it's
my
just great.
God.
This guy's on this 7 days a week,
I know. I mean,
and he's married with fucking 3 kids. But I don't know what the rules are. And
A
they
big-
probably can have 7 fucking wives over there.
like a big discussion is like people like, so I don't know. Are you married? Married
My
girlfriend?
fiance.
Okay. Like guys, there was like a big thing. Girls are like saying, get you a man that will let you like start an OnlyFans and like make you money.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I personally don't think I would care, but to an extent, like some girls just like are in like bra and underwear and whatever. But then there's like some girls that have OnlyFans and they're getting like fucked.
Yeah, they're getting fucked.
Yeah. So it's
Yeah.
like maybe I would let them like, because girls are posting bikini pictures and shit.
difference?
What's the
Yeah.
difference? Like make the money and whatever. And there's some girls like like single girls, of course, they're like, if your man doesn't let you have OnlyFans, he's insecure and all this shit. And I'm just like, I don't know how, but to an
nice
extent,
manipulative. move.
yeah,
right?
to an
Yeah.
extent. Then it's like, all right, you know what? Like people watch your girl get fucked, then it's like, probably not. But
Yeah.
these girls are like killing it, so they're like, it's ruining society because those girls are not going to go get a regular job again. It's like
Never.
if they're making 100 to who knows how much money, sitting home taking pictures on like shit they're doing for free anyway. Almost, it's like, yeah, I probably wouldn't go work either.
Yeah, because then you can like give them a bonus to do more shit. I mean, and then
And they'll privately DM
probably
you.
do. I mean, they're probably making 300 a day, 2,100 a week,
Dude.
8,000 a month. They're never gonna go to.
I had a girl just like, she just started one, and there's like, we're at, like out at brunch, and she's like has the pictures, and these dudes like, you get a regular subscription and say you could set your price like say $14. They like tip you like $200 or like good picture and shit like that. I was like, holy shit, like just
Yeah.
randomly people.
Yeah,
on
they
there.
tip and everything. So now you're paying the reoccurring charge,
Yeah,
and then sometimes they come online because my
Yeah,
friend's
they go
obsessed
live.
with this shit.
yeah.
They go live, and then they got everybody talking to them, and they're like, "I'll give you 200 if you do this. I'll give you 3." I mean, some of these bros are making a fucking $1,000 a day doing this
I
shit
believe it.
for in like an hour.
I read an article.
Matt-
I read an article the other day. It's weird, but blow up sex dolls are becoming more and more popular, I guess. And now there's like a virtual, almost like reality blow up sex doll.
Oh
where,
yeah.
like, you basically put on like a 3D VR,
Yeah.
and you can fuck the doll, and it feels like you're fucking.
Because that's like a thing
Whatever
now.
girl.
Like if you watch porn, like you know how they have those VR glasses now.
Yeah, virtual. virtual
There's
reality.
like there's like categories on there that's like you look around and it's like you get to see the room like you're actually there.
Yeah,
That's where like those. So what I think is gonna happen in the future, not to go like kind of off topic,
no.
those VR glasses. So you're gonna be able to put those on, right? And have you ever put them on before?
No.
It's like they have them for gaming and stuff, and it's crazy because like something will shoot at you and it's like so peripheral that it's
Yeah,
like
it's all the way, right?
you see, like you almost flinch because you're like there. It's gonna get to the point where you could go to like the store, right? And a lot of people are like, oh, I like still shopping and going out to like places, you know, right? And this is where like my mall thing might get fucked is like if you go there and you could walk around the whole store like a regular store with those VR goggles on, shop your whole thing, whatever. And you know how like Amazon is like you could have it in your door like that day and all these like things. You go there, you pick out everything, you actually like put stuff in your cart, whatever, and then you just like go to the checkout with the glasses on, and then you just hit checkout and the stuff's gonna be at your door in like 30 minutes.
Yeah,
You know?
I believe it. I believe it. And they're going to be fucking jerking off with them.
Oh yeah, I mean that's already happening.
Yeah. Well, wait till Apple comes out with one.
Oh yeah.
I think they're 2 years away, but they'll wait till everybody fucks it up. They'll wait. That's what Apple does. They wait and figure out what's wrong with, what Samsung rushes out and whoever else. Then they come out with a beast.
And then like that, like we literally give our so much data to Amazon.
Oh,
it's like they know, and there's like. I see like now because I like watch the Consumer Electronics show to see like what trends are gonna be like popular.
Yeah.
There's fridges that like say you'll program it, like say there's like sections in your fridge, and say you like have a certain type of milk or anything, whatever, and they already have the buttons where like you're low on something, you hit it and it automatically orders it. So it will like say your water jug is starting to get low, it will automatically order it, so it's like already knows what you're ordering. And they have like the same thing, like if you think about it. You brush your teeth every day, and it's going to be like, all right, once the weight on your toothpaste thing gets a little lower, it's going to send you it, right? Like Amazon knows what you're going to get like in a month from now, just from like your spending habits, and like you check in on Facebook. So it knows like everyone knows where you like are. Like it tracks like there's so much stuff being tracked that it's like, they probably know when we're going on vacation, where we're even going, and we don't even know yet.
Well, like we were talking with this other guy, they're just building an AI
database that's like.
Hey, Rob, what was he saying? The guy we had in, he was saying that they're going to put, like, that water bottle. Or this, like, you'll get this water bottle, and there'll be a little chip in it.
Uh-huh.
And what was he saying the reason with that shit?
I don't remember.
He had this whole thing where, like, everything will have some type of chip on it.
Yeah.
And then it will all work together.
Oh, because it'll be able to tell you the pH of the water. It'll be able to tell you what's...
But it's control though. It's really what the fuck
it's a funny thing I saw is like how like there's the big thing of like we're getting the shots or whatever and they're like putting a chip in us.
Oh yeah, the Neuralink.
Yeah. Well, no, they're like saying like I'm not getting the vaccine. Fuck that. They're gonna put something in me, right? And then you have like Elon Musk. So there was a meme. It was like fuck that, or whatever. And then it's like shows Elon Musk. They're like. He's like, I'm literally going to put a chip in your brain. And the person's like, hell yeah. Like, it's cool if he does it, but then like the government does it. So.
Elon makes it, I'll take it, but not beta 1. That's what I always say. I'll take beta 2, beta 3.
Do you watch his stuff on like Joe Rogan?
Yeah. Yeah.
You would think like he's like almost like the way he speaks, you'd be like, this dude's a fucking idiot.
Yeah.
But then you like the shit he talks about it and you're like, dude, this guy's a genius.
Oh, fuck yeah.
And but all those guys, like even Mark Zuckerberg and all them, like they're so genius, but then they're like, you hear them talk and you're just like, what is wrong with this guy?
I thought that I saw, because he was just on Rogan again.
Yeah.
On Spotify. And he pauses.
Yeah.
But I think his mind's going like 100 miles an hour.
He probably has 1,000 things going on.
So I think he has to like process it, get it together to say it correctly. Because he's a genius, he has to make sure, and not even because of his stock or whatever he has.
Yeah.
I think in his mind it has to be said correctly. But he's very unsocial-ish.
Yeah.
Who
would be like your top 3 like dream interviews?
Elon Musk, Joe Rogan, and Chris Brown.
Joe Rogan, he's blown up. Like I remember him. He's just a Fear Factor guy.
And Adam Gregory too.
Alex Gregory.
Alex, why do I keep calling you Alex? Fucking Christ.
Yeah, Joe Rogan, he like blew up. He's like Fear Factor guy, and now he's like
100 million.
The shit.
100 million for that Spotify.
That's fucking insane.
What happened to Howard Stern?
He signed again.
With Sirius?
Yep.
Yeah.
Everybody thought he was gonna retire. I thought they gave him another 500 fucking million.
Oh shit.
Yep. So we got 500 million the first time, 500 the second time.
That's why he's got the big house over on Palm Beach there.
He's got a fucking ridiculous house in fucking New York. So he's made 1.5 billion. I mean, he's got to pay Robin and Fred and all them. And he's only working 3 days a week.
He's the OG.
Monday, he is the OG.
OG. Yeah. I mean, podcaster before it was. I mean,
he's the one who created all this. You know what I mean?
Because he had. It was just. It was.
I remember watching the show on TV.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. What was that on? No, it was on VH1.
And then you would have like the guests, like the hot girls come and do
Yeah.
like crazy
That
weird shit.
Sibian?
Like,
Remember
yeah,
Sibian?
Anderson would be on there. All of them.
Yeah, Pamela. He's had everybody on.
yeah. I feel like podcasts are coming up everywhere, but it's like some people are just doing it with no following and no like structure to it, and they're just like talking to themselves and no one even like gives a fuck. And then you have like the people that are like bringing in new people, and you could be like talk about different stuff, you know?
The thing I don't like about it is the weird vlog shit.
Yeah.
Like my friend is obsessed with this guy Casey something, and he'll be like taking but he was the first one to do it, so he blew up.
yeah.
He'll put sunglasses on and like and film himself with sunglasses on in the shower, like drinking orange juice or something, and just like saying stupid shit.
Yeah.
The guy's got like 22,000. I mean, he's killing it. He was the first one to do it, but I see
Yeah.
these other idiots trying to do the same thing. And it's just fucking
There's a
stupid.
guy that I really like. His name's David Dobrik, and he's like original like vlog guy, and he's like he just bought a house in like Beverly Hills or something, and he's like worth like an insane amount of money just from doing. But he'll do the vlogs where like, and no one knows this, like he gets so much sponsor money that he'll be like, oh, he'll buy people car. Like that was his thing. Like he gets people cars. And it blows up, and they're like, "Oh, he's doing this out of like well-being," but like he's getting so much sponsorship dollars that it's like he's not really making like paying for the cars.
Right.
But the content that he's getting from it is like everyone's looking at him like, "Oh, what a nice guy! He's buying the cars," and they're like, it's getting sponsored from like he does one with like SeatGeek which is like for concerts,
Yeah.
and they would like give him a shit ton of money. And like there was one episode he would like call Bumble, and he's like, "I'm gonna do an ad for you. How much money will you give me?" And they beep it out, so like. Probably not say like how much he really is getting, and then he like goes into a college and like gives all these like students in the auditorium like $5,000 and stuff. It's crazy.
And the car he probably maybe even got
Oh my
given to
God.
him. Maybe it's probably given
Yeah.
to him. You know what I mean?
Just for like sponsorship.
Yeah, I mean, but that's what it is now. But I'm telling you, if you do that stock thing, you'll kill it. And if you have the structure right,
Yeah.
you know what I mean?
And I feel like that would be good too, because people could relate to like a 27-year-old rather than like some
Yeah.
dude on Wall Street.
Yeah, fuck Wall Street shit.
Yeah.
Because they're all pencil dicks anyway.
Yeah.
But like again, it's the charisma and it's that you're a DJ,
Yeah. Just
but
a regular
then
guy.
but you like Legato
Yeah.
and JR, you're a DJ with a fucking brain.
Yeah.
You know, so it's attractive, I think.
Yeah.
And especially for like my age, your age group,
Yeah.
I'd watch it. I
Yeah.
mean, I just learned what a dividend was, and I didn't even know what the fuck it
Yeah.
is.
A lot. It's
I would buy into that.
I agree.
you know what's crazy is
See,
like,
I would watch your thing.
they
and
should
I
teach
would-
that in high school. And
I
it's
would
like-
watch it, the whole thing, watch it again,
Yeah.
text you, and say, how the fuck do I do this?
Yeah, I need to do it for sure, because I know, I mean, YouTube is, I love YouTube stuff too, and it's like a good way to grow. And I know some people that are like killing it on YouTube.
You
that
can kill it.
kill it on
I'll
YouTube.
break the numbers down to you when we get off, but you
Yeah.
can kill it. But the thing is, when I hope you do it,
Yeah,
but don't do this 15-minute shit
yeah.
because
Oh,
you
yeah.
got to get monetized.
Yeah.
That's how you make money.
So wait, shorter videos are better?
No, people will tell you that
Uh-huh.
because they say, oh, well, they won't stick around for 3 hours. Well, you need at
Yeah.
least an hour. 2 hours is good. 3 hours is even better because to get monetized where you get paid,
Mhm.
you need, now think about it, it's a lot.
Yeah.
4,000 hours of watch time.
Oh, shit.
So somebody has to watch your shit for 4,000 hours
Mm.
before you can get monetized. So you need 1,000 subscribers, 1,000 subscribers,
Yeah.
which that can happen with you because you know everybody. So that's not bad. That's
Yeah.
easy. The hard part is the
viewing
4,000
time.
fucking hours. So if you're doing 20-minute videos, I mean, you'll be there for the rest of your life trying to get 4,000
Yeah.
hours. But if you do an hour, say 3 times a week,
Yeah.
okay, now you're getting 3, 6, 9, you're getting 12 hours.
That's probably these.
Well,
so these
I'm
do
saying
good then.
12 hours of video.
Yeah.
Now, if 500 people watch it, 200 people watch it,
Yeah.
it adds up quick.
Especially because don't they do too? Like they know when people leave your videos and stuff. Like they'll say,
Yeah.
"Oh, they only watched like a quarter of the way."
Yeah.
And it'll kind of like mess you up.
So then when you get monetized, then you can put your ads in.
Gotcha.
So and you can pick how many you want.
Yeah.
So now if you do an hour,
Yeah.
it's not unreasonable to have 3 apps.
You have those people that do
3 ads.
like 18 ads in their videos
Yeah,
and
that's
stuff.
fucking crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, like they'll do 18 ads in a 20-minute video.
Yeah.
Now nobody's gonna watch that. But if
Yeah.
you do an hour and you do say 4, one in the beginning,
Yeah.
one kind of in the middle, but you can skip it if you want.
Mm.
one in the other end and one in the back end. Now you got 4.
Yeah.
You're getting paid off each one. And what's cool about YouTube, even if you've paid for the premium account where you don't have ads,
Mm-hmm.
even though you're not getting the ads because of the premium
Mhm.
account, that still counts as money, a view.
Yeah.
So make sure you do an hour.
Yeah.
But you can talk an hour about stocks. I mean, fuck.
Yeah. I could bullshit it fucking a
Put
whole
that
day.
fucking, start off with the iPhone. You have an iPhone?
Yeah.
Thank God. I can't deal with that Samsung.
Yeah, green text, I'm out. If you text me and it's green, I'm like, gotta
Fuck
delete
that.
your number.
Yeah. I asked JR this. I asked Legato.
Mm.
I saw you use a Mac. right?
Yeah.
I can't use anything but a Mac. That's all we
Really?
have. I can't touch one.
I have a Windows PC that like if I play games on, I'll do it just because it like I guess it runs way better. But
that
there's
Mac.
yeah for gaming. I don't know why.
Get that M1 chip.
Yeah.
Do you hear about that?
Nah, I don't. I just buy like I'll see like spec like for gaming for some reason Mac is bad. Like it sucks to run games. I don't know what it is about them.
It was the
But
chip.
But for like DJing wise and like reliability, I know like with the Windows laptops, they like their process, I don't know what it is, they run like shit for like the software that we use. And the Mac just like I've never had, knock on wood, my Mac like go off on me like during a set or anything
Which
like that.
Mac do you have? The Pro?
I think
That's got to be the Pro.
I didn't get the touch bar one. There's
Yeah,
that
fuck
new
I fucking hate that touch bar.
and it's like more problems of like battery and like the touch bar messing up. I
Yeah.
have like the 2017, but then like maxed out everything
Yeah.
just because it runs like so perfectly.
So they were using Intel chips.
Yeah.
Right. Now the new one that just came out has an M1 chip,
Mm.
and it smokes any
Yeah.
other chip. So, like the Mac you have,
Mm.
it's 20 times faster, and it can handle games better than any other computer on the market.
Yeah.
It just came out like 2 months ago. Me and him, we just bought the the newer one prior to that,
Uh-huh.
and spent fucking.
What about what's the one with like it looks like a tin can? Is that
Mini.
like they're they're
Um,
like maxed out one?
oh, that's the Pro.
Yeah.
That's like the
It's like 6
Mac
Gs,
Mini Pro. It's
7
like $6
Gs.
grand.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, now it looks like a.
It looks like a garbage can.
Go to Apple. Yeah, it looks like a. Well, the one now is like.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's cagey. Now that's a beast. But you gotta have 6 stacks for that bitch.
Yeah, and they said it's like the only way you're really using like that to its full potential is like if you're
Go to Mac.
if you're
and then
editing
you
like
want
4K.
that
Mac
one right
Pro,
there. Look at that beast. Good night. Good night, homie.
Yeah. Cheese grater.
Like that.
Yeah. Scroll down.
That's what I had in the news. That one of those suckers.
Yeah. Look at that
Wow.
bitch. Look at that motherfucker. Whoa.
Yeah.
Good night.
That does look like a grater.
Yeah, it does.
Go now. Go to buy. Go to buy. Wait till you see this.
Oh god.
Oh yeah.
Dun, dun, dun. Choose your Mac Pro.
Would you
Oh,
like to
shit.
pay? Would you like
7K.
to pay $5,999, or would you like to pay $6,500?
That is nice though. That cheese grater.
And you'll probably have to wait 2 weeks to get the fucker. That's a beast, though.
Yep.
But I don't know about paying. I don't know about $6 grand.
I probably wouldn't use it to its full potential
No, not on your thing.
at all.
That's nice.
I asked Legato and JR, do you take requests?
I try to. Like I try to work it
Like
in.
if I give you a 20?
Oh yeah. I mean
That's
the
what-
money,
that's what they
the
all
money,
said.
the money. If it's the right, I've had some people do some crazy for songs that are like decent. Like say songs that I'm like, if you didn't have to like, the only way that I probably won't play it is like people come up and try to be funny about it. They'll be like, play. I don't know the cute like in a nightclub. They'll be like, hey, play the Cupid Shuffle, trying to be funny, and I'll be like,
No.
buddy, no.
No.
But if it's like a good song that's like popular and they're like, hey, can you play this? And it's like the right timing for it and everything, I'll be like, hell yeah, I'll play it. But then if it's like something that's like, but then you give me $100 bill, it's probably going to get played, you know?
Yeah.
I-
For 100, you'll fucking play anything.
I've had some people do like, ask for like 3 decent songs and they'll be like, here's $300. And I'm like, oh shit, bud, thank you.
All right.
And it's like
Yeah.
songs I probably would have played anyway. But
Yeah.
some people just, I don't know, some people just like to give away money.
So if I saw you out at the club and I came up to you, if I saw you at the club and I came up to you and I said, "Hey, can you throw a little Whitney Houston dance with somebody in there?" Would you play it, or would you just look at me and
Hey,
turn the other way?
That still goes off. Whitney Houston still goes
Dude,
off.
love Whitney Houston, love her. Love it.
You play that,
Best
and
voice ever.
there's still some. I mean, that's still depending on where you're at, but it's still
It
good.
still gets played.
Still gets played for sure.
You got a hunter, Rob. We'll play a little while.
Yeah, all right.
Especially dance with somebody. That's a banger.
Do you have that Tesla?
Yeah.
Which one is that with the
So
fucking?
that's
Go to the actual picture of it.
It's the Model X.
The model. That one,
So
how long did that take to get? You had a special order that, didn't you?
No, so that one was a used one, and I found it on the site, and it has like a little ding in the back that like I complained about, and I got price off of it. But I've like always wanted to get a Tesla, and my one buddy has one, and I was like, yeah, I think I'm gonna go test drive one today. And he's like, dude, don't do it. And I'm like, why? He's like, once you drive that car, you're not gonna want to drive any other cars. So I went and like scheduled a test. What's crazy about buying them too is it's like buying an iPhone. It's like you type in all the information. Like, you know, if you're like at a traditional car dealership, you're there all day.
Yeah.
I was at Tesla for like 30 minutes and I had the car.
In and out.
Because they literally, everything you do is like beforehand, like on the computer, it's like enter this. You could do their financing, which is like for used cars, it's not that good, but you upload your loan, everything, and then you almost get to the point you like check out like a damn iPhone order, and then you pull up there and they're like, here you go.
So it's like when you pre-order from Apple and it said like pick up at the
Exactly,
store
same
or like
thing.
Best Buy type shit.
And
Wow, that's
so
crazy for a
when I
car.
went and test drove it, I thought like the full self-driving thing, I thought it was like, okay, it's on the highway only, you know, whatever. So I get to the car dealership and I'm like, does the full self, like kind of coach me through it? I was like kind of sketched out about it at first. And then I was on Okeechobee, which is like a pretty busy road. They're like, no, you could go whenever, like wherever. There's like the only place that you can't really do it is like, say like sketchy side roads that aren't lined properly and stuff. They're like, we probably wouldn't do it down there yet. So I did it, and it literally like, if you just want to go like straight or whatever, it's perfectly right. But then if you type in like an address, like say I typed in this address, it will literally go through traffic. Like, and you could have that off or put it on low, and then you could have like, it's called Mad Max mode, and it will swerve through traffic like good too. And I was like, oh, it just goes straight, like maybe like whatever. It's like literally makes the turns, gets off the off ramp, and I was like, and there's like a dash thing that it sees so much stuff. That's like how it like it sees the green lights way before like the red
Really?
lights. It sees all these cars around you. Like it sees stuff that
And
you
you
don't
got
see.
no hands on the wheel.
The
no
only thing
hands
you have
on
to
the pedal.
do is like touch it a little bit so it knows you're not sleeping.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, like you have to like basically just like put your hand on it for, or you could hit it with your knee every like 20 seconds, but it's like insane.
So it can swerve through cars and everything?
Cars,
So-
off ramps.
So it's pretty much self-driving. They're just
Yeah.
not quite saying
and
yet.
the coolest thing about it too is like, so when they first came out, there wasn't an idle. Like it would just basically you take your foot off the thing. There wasn't like a creep, like you know, in like your car, like
Yeah.
you don't touch the gas, but it slowly moves up. So they send out like when stuff goes wrong with the cars, it's like updating your iPhone. So they'll update it and then you'll have it on your car. And like during Christmas time, they'll like send you an update and it gets like you could play Christmas music and the doors like do all this crazy shit. Like they add stuff to your car and it's like an iPhone update. And then they have like things that you could upgrade because there's an app and it's like make your car 0.5 seconds faster, $500, and you literally buy it and
Really?
it upgrades the car. It's fucking
And it actually
weird.
does it?
Yeah. Mine, like when I bought it, has the full self-driving thing, which is like $7,000. But the dude before me bought it, so it's automatically on the car. And then once that comes out, like they keep saying like it's gonna be this year or next year, or
But
whatever.
it's pretty much doing it now, right?
Yeah, but then it's like to the point where it's like you type in an address and you literally goes
You
the whole
just sit
thing.
back, hit the fucking thing that you're not sleeping, and you're
Yeah,
there.
and that's like what's the next thing for them, but.
Satellites.
And you got to think how much data they're like, so that car is like seeing all this stuff and it captures like there's a cell phone signal in your car, and imagine how much like data they're collecting for every single person driving a Tesla, going through all these lights. It has all the stop signs, it has the speed limits for every single spot. Like say you could go like 10 over the speed limit, once you're in that area, it already slows down for you. It knows like you could do like, oh, I want to do the exact speed limit.
You
or
can set the
you
speed
could do
you
like
want to go.
over, yeah. Like
Yeah.
so say I'm gonna do 10 over.
Yeah.
It will go to like say I go through a 45 mile an hour spot. It will go to 55. Then I'm on the highway and it bumps it up.
It knows how fast to go on the highway.
It'll say this. It will show the speed limit
Yeah.
for that area when you're like right in there.
Well, we have that on our Porsche.
Yeah.
Like I have the exact same one. you
Yeah,
have.
but then
Like,
it will automatically switch it, which
but
is crazy.
But our Porsches don't automatically go.
It's crazy because in that car, like a lot of like supercar people are pissed. Is like that car. It's an SUV. It's big and it goes 0 to 60 in like 3.6
Wait,
seconds.
that's an SUV?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that.
But then they have the Model 3s, which is like the smaller car versions,
Yeah.
and they have like it's called ludicrous mode, and they go like 0 to 60 in like 2.6 seconds.
I
So
saw
it's
that. I
like
saw a video on
all
that
these supercar people that are
one.
like
0 to. I had a Lamborghini, Bentley.
Yeah.
I've had them all.
all these people are pissed. They're paying like $250,000 for their cars, and those Model 3s are like 30,000, and they're smoking these cars. So like, all these people are all upset. Like, you're ruining the car market
No.
because when you hit the gas on that, there's no rev up or anything. You hit it, and it throws your
It
head
throws you
into the
back?
seat because it's just
And that's
no
a
give.
fucking SUV.
Yeah, and it's fast.
That's what I was wondering. Tesla has to get. Maybe they are. Tesla would have to get into NASCAR. Like, right? You would
I feel like it wouldn't be fair.
I mean, but you got Dodge. You got all those.
I don't know if they'd allow them in.
Yeah, I feel like it wouldn't be.
0 to 60 in
They
2.5
have-
seconds? Bro, my Lamborghini was decked out 240. Took 4.5 seconds.
If you type in,
And that was on the straight fucking road.
can you type in Tesla Roadster?
Oh, that's a badass
So
fucking
I
car.
think the 0 to 60 in that is like 1.9 or something.
Yeah,
I don't know what it
yeah,
was.
let's see what it is. Just go to the up to
Tesla.
Roadster. Yeah, 0 to 60.
go down towards it. Yeah, and then goes type in 0 to 60 after that, Rob. Right there.
Oh wow, that's nice.
1.9 seconds.
250 mile an hour top speed.
Jesus
Get the
Christ.
fuck out
And
of
it goes 620 miles on the charge. 0 to 60 in 1.9 seconds.
How
You
does
know
that
fucking
even
fast?
feel?
That's not even possible. Is that?
What's fucking Elon Musk and his boys? Shit.
That's a fucking rock. That's the rockets he's sending up into space.
Yeah, go to the images. That's a badass fucking car. Look at that bitch.
That shit is sexy.
That
I
is
like
sexy.
That. I like
What do you guys think about the truck?
I'm
Uh,
not a truck guy.
I'm not a truck guy
I'm a
either.
Jeep guy, not a truck guy.
That's a fucking badass fucking car.
Look at the steering wheel.
What does that start at? What's the price on that?
Oh god.
I don't know.
200K.
Which
Click on
isn't that bad. I mean, it's faster than a Bugatti.
That's $3 million. That's 200,000.
Yeah. and
Now-
it's faster.
Wow.
Now Alex, when they say 200K, is that base without any shit in it?
Yeah, how does that work?
I think that's probably I would imagine that's probably base and it just goes up from there, but
Yeah, that should
Wow,
show me
that
about it.
shit's fucking
look
nice.
at that in white, dude. Look at that in white.
That's sleek.
God
That's
damn.
sleek.
0 to 60 in 1.9 seconds. 620 miles range. Right there. It can be reserved at this time for $50K deposit. For those who want it more quickly, a Founder Series Roadster can be reserved for an upfront payment in full of $250,000. Nice.
sheesh.
The question is, when the hell are you going to get it?
Yeah, it's not even out.
Look at that.
That's a mean motherfucker.
So yeah, when you drive this car and it's like ruins it for you, it's like I still have my Jeep. I have a Wrangler, and it's like I went to go get it detailed because I'm gonna probably sell it, and it was like depressing driving that car. It was like
This sucks,
that
right?
Tesla like ruins cars for you.
Now, what kind of maintenance is on them?
Nothing
No maintenance.
at all. Windshield wiper fluid.
Like, do you ever have to take it in?
So the only thing that they really have problems with is like cosmetic stuff, like say your door, like because like you hit the brake and your doors close for you like automatically. So they have like some small cosmetic stuff, or maybe like some electrical, like say your window messes up, but the batteries, like the batteries don't mess up because like my warranty is like for 250, like the batteries just don't really mess up.
What's the warranty? 250,000 miles?
Miles. The thing is, the only thing warranty that sucks is like the cosmetic stuff is like 50,000 miles from when I bought it.
Damn.
It's fucking sick.
Now, how many miles do you get on that?
So that's mine's the P75D or 75D. So my range is like 230. So it's kind of like I don't travel that far, you know. And there's superchargers everywhere, so you'll charge fast. And like when you type in an address, it'll tell you like, all right, you have to stop here and charge for whatever. Like the only problem people have with them is like, say you go on road trips, you had to plan out. Like we went to Orlando for my buddy's birthday, and we had to stop. Like all the Wawas have them, and all the rest stops. We had to stop and charge for like 20 minutes, 15 minutes. But by the time you go in and like get food, yeah, you're basically charged.
20 minutes charges it all the way?
Not all the like that was enough to get to where like the area we were gonna be in.
Mhm.
It's like if you're crushed for time, if you wanted to charge the whole thing, probably like 30 minutes, 35 minutes. That's the
not bad.
supercharger. But it's just like plugging. Like I have the 240 outlet at my house. It's like charging your phone. Like after 2 or 3 days, you just plug it in. Like the full charge with the 240 is like 2 hours. But if you are staying home overnight, you charge that easily.
Yeah. They need to come out with like a portable one.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Well, what a lot of companies now are doing is like they're doing battery swapping. So like most batteries last for a long time. It would be like if you go to a gas station, you pull up and they take your battery and they give you a new one that's fully charged, and it's like battery swapping.
Can you get to the battery on that?
No, everything is
Oh.
like the trunk in the front is like a front trunk. You don't see anything on the batteries.
Where are the batteries at? In the back?
I have no idea. It's got to be under.
Type in Google the one he has. 'Cause you got that big like iPad screen in there, right?
Yeah, it's so sick. The inside
What's the name of it?
Model X. The doors go up, like the back doors go up, like
Yeah, it's like you got
Butterfly doors.
you got the Lamborghini doors.
yeah. I didn't like white. I like the black.
Nah, I like the black for
one.
that.
Yeah.
The only thing I don't like about black is it chips.
Yeah, and it gets dirty very fast.
That is fucking pretty cool to see. That is pretty fucking cool.
It's almost like when I first saw it, I'm like, it's kind of ugly, but it's kind of badass.
Put in interior next to that.
I have the white interior. It's so fucking clean. Yeah, like that. The white.
I couldn't do that with kids, man. That fucking
It's weird though, because the material
Yeah.
of it is like,
Shrink it down a little bit, Rob, so I can see it better, and click on that one.
Right there?
No, with the
that
front.
middle one is like exactly how mine looks.
Oh, like that? Yeah, click
Yeah.
on that one.
The screen is like an iPad.
That's fucking cool as fuck. Wait, click on that. That's fucking bad.
Yeah, it's sick. And then like the white seats, you would think they're like, they would suck, but they're like the material that like say you spilled like say cranberry juice on it or something, it like beads off of it, so it doesn't like
Just take
stain
like a
it.
baby wipe
Yeah.
or whatever, and.
And I mean, I'm not very like active with like I go to the gym, but
they,
they're clean.
they are cool fucking cars.
Yeah.
They're nice. I like it.
I just
I like it.
my hesitation with it is that there's not enough charging stations yet.
Yeah.
Just that's just my opinion.
Once you know like where they're I mean, I have one at my house, but once you know where they're at, you could kind of like if you know, you could plan your day around it. Like if
Which
you
one's that? Is that the one you have?
Yeah.
Wow. Good to
And
the next issue.
it's sweet too, cause like say you
That's
charge.
your screen like that?
Yeah, I don't know why that one's on the right
Yeah,
side,
it must be like.
but yeah, that's how it looks. When you charge it too, I was like, how much gas am I gonna save
Yeah,
doing it? It's like a full charge at your house is like $3.
yeah,
So you got to think you're saving money on that aspect too, of like all the gas.
yeah.
And I-
Because when we fill up the Porsche, it's like what 65.
Yeah.
I just did it
I
yesterday.
have that Jeep and that thing sucks on gas.
He has a Jeep
Mine
too.
sucks.
Which one do you have?
Wrangler?
Wrangler, yeah.
Lifted?
Not lifted, but
I love. I'm gonna miss the Jeep waves though. Once I
dude,
get
the
rid
Jeep
of.
wave. People don't wave. Some people don't wave. I'm like, you fucking asshole.
It's like a Cole. It's so fun. It's like
It's a Jeep thing. So when you see another Jeep, you
Yeah.
get the wave.
Always
Some of these
wave.
motherfuckers, they look at you, they don't fucking wave.
Is that the white one on your Instagram?
yeah.
Go
I
back.
still
to
have.
that.
I still have it.
And
But
you're gonna sell it, or you're?
I was thinking about doing that. I heard
Which one?
the Turo thing.
Go to his Instagram.
So I have it down right there.
That is a pretty cool fuck.
I love Jeeps, man.
I like that one raised. I like that raised.
I'm gonna miss
I
it.
don't know if I would get
I
rid
got
of
no
that.
doors on right now. I got the weird doors on mine down there.
Really? Oh, I saw it outside.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's nice.
but
I don't know if I would get rid of it.
but you can, man, those things, you know, you can put in $200,000. Just keep going and going and adding on and going.
And
It's addictive.
the thing is, they don't lose their value at all.
No.
Like I could sell that for like as much as I bought it for.
Yep.
I brought it to like like obviously when you trade stuff in and it has like extra stuff, you don't get the money worth like out of it.
Does it break a lot? Do you have a lot of problems with it?
None. And they're so cheap to fix. Like if something happens to it.
I don't know, man. I'd hold on to it.
Oh,
Because
I love it.
then what? You only have you have your Porsche too.
Yeah. Oh no, I got rid of that.
Oh, you got rid of
That
the
was
Porsche.
that was like a gold car for me, and then after 2 years, like the warranty went up, and my friend's dad works at Champion. I like was doing the maintenance. He's like, if something goes wrong with this thing, you're gonna regret it.
Yeah, I got mine at Bremen.
Mm-hmm.
Bremen over there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The new what year's yours?
19.
The new ones are
I
insane.
saw. But I don't like the way they did the seats.
Yeah, I like the back of it, the new
Yeah.
back.
The way the assholes did the seats, they put leather on the sides,
Mm.
and then where your ass is, it's like suede.
Yeah, I don't like that.
I don't like it.
But I like the Porsche a lot, but I was scared.
Now
of
that
like,
Porsche 4x4, I like that one. What's that?
Oh.
The McCann.
yeah, something like that.
That's pretty nice.
Yeah.
That one's a nice one.
Yeah, I mean, I like the cars, but I don't know. I was just like, I kind of like the room in it. I mean, the Panamera, it has like the 4-door, so it's cool, but it was a fun car.
So if you get rid of the Jeep, you're only gonna have the Tesla.
Yeah,
You might want to. I don't know.
yeah, and that's what I was thinking. I'm like, what if I don't? I don't know. Who knows? what's
Because
gonna
maybe you
happen
want to
with
go
Tesla.
on a trip and not have to deal with this shit.
Yeah, the thing
But-
with the Jeep though on the highway, it's kind of like
How much gas mileage you get with that? Dog shit.
13, 12.
I have an S550. I think I get 12 and 14 on the highway.
Yeah.
It's a fucking tank.
And like getting like the Jeep is just so struggles to get to like with the wheels, struggles
Oh,
to get to
yeah.
like 60 miles an hour. So it's like, and then
Oh,
once
really?
you get to that like speed, it's just not the worst ride in the world, but it's not something you want to be.
But you're
taking
also
road
used to
trips.
being in a fucking car that goes 0 to 60
Yeah.
in 4 seconds.
Well,
So
yeah,
I mean,
now
you
it
go to
ruined
a
it for
fucking
me.
you just ruined your life with that shit.
Everyone now is like giving me shit because I like put on the caption. I was like,
Fuck
I'm
them.
sick of steering because
Yeah.
like you don't have to steer anymore.
And I got the vendor doors, motherfucker.
Yeah.
Come fuck with me.
You know, it's
What are they brand new? That SUV.
so if you get like the
All hooked up
the
like one
100D,
here.
the best one.
So brand new. How much is that?
That one, the one I have is like probably 80. But then there's one, the 100D, which has like the longer battery, faster.
Mhm.
They're like 130.
And what they do, 400 miles or 360 or
I think
something?
like it's high 2s, maybe 3s, but
Oh,
it's
still in the two.
fast as shit though. Like
Really?
it's fast for SUV.
And then how much is the Teslas that like I see them all around?
Yeah,
Like I don't like them. I don't think they're good.
Model, just a car looking one.
Yeah.
those are the cheap. Like they're the budget ones. Like they're trying to make them more affordable so more people get them. Those are like 29, 30, the base model ones.
Wow.
But then you got to add in the other shit.
If you want it. Like I know some people that get them just cause for
They
like a
wanna say
second
that,
car.
fuck
Yeah.
that. If I'm gonna do it, I'm gonna do it.
Yeah.
I'm gonna do it right.
They have a new one. They're coming out with a bunch of them now.
But the waiting time is forever, right?
If you get them brand new, like my buddy customized like exactly how he wanted it with like the seats and everything, and he still hasn't got it. Like it's been like 5 months.
When was he supposed to get it?
I think honestly the Corona thing messed them up because it messed up like their assembly line. But I think it was only supposed to be like a month wait or something like that.
That's what I always hear about him.
Yeah. If you want to get that one I found on their used inventory on their website, and it was right in Fort Lauderdale, and I went and just scooped it. I test drove it, or no, I didn't test drive. I test drove one, but they're on their website is basically like, if it doesn't work well, you could return it. So I
That's cool.
kind of trusted them.
Yeah. Go to his Facebook. See, now when you do your YouTube, you want to promote it on Facebook, LinkedIn, all over.
Yes,
Go to his photos, see if there's anything cool in there.
I'm almost over Facebook.
I fucking hate it, but
It's like old flyers. That's like Do-Re.
that's a lot of fucking equipment.
That's all like the club stuff too. The only thing you really had to bring
Oh, no,
is
that's not yours. That's the club's.
yeah, clubs. Yeah, I haven't really. So I never post on Facebook anymore. All my family's on there.
So your main thing is Instagram, right?
Instagram, yeah.
And your
Actually-
Instagram is what? At
DJ Alex Gregory.
I'll make sure I put that in the description.
Yeah, I feel like Facebook's kind of whatever now.
Yeah.
I need to get on TikTok. Maybe start dancing.
TikTok, and then what's the other one? The political one. I don't know if that would do any good though.
No,
That wouldn't do any good, right?
no.
Probably TikTok.
But I feel like TikTok, even for like, I see a lot of people promoting their YouTube on it. Like they do like a short bit, like they like
Like
Joe
a
Rog-
clip?
Yeah, like a
Yeah.
clip, and then they'll like route it over to like their YouTube.
I guess I'm gonna have to get fucking TikTok.
Next.
We're gonna have to do it.
Yeah, can't we just stick to like a couple of social medias? I can't keep up
Yeah,
with all
Alex,
these
can't
ones.
we just use Instagram?
now they-
Even
Just
though
Instagram.
even though that prick owns it,
Yeah.
which I don't like. He also owns WhatsApp. Jerk.
I still like Twitter too. I like Twitter a lot.
I liked Twitter until Jack Dempsey or whatever
Dorsey, yeah.
fucked Trump.
Yeah.
That was a fuck move.
How do they silence like the president like
even
that?
if it wasn't Donald Trump, I don't care who it is.
Yeah.
That was a fuck move.
Like it's crazy how you could just like silence our leader like
But what they did was they kept him on so they can make all the money from the ads and everything
Yeah.
else while I was talking his shit.
and bye-bye.
And as soon as he lost, boom, gone. Banned permanently, indefinitely.
But I guess like a lot of people are like you can't do that, but like it's your business like you're saying.
But it's a fucked up move.
And it's the president, which is crazy.
I mean, it's fucked up. What, you didn't cut him for the last 4 years when he was going ham,
Yeah.
and now he's not the president. You're not making money off of him anymore. Now he's banned indefinitely. That's just that. I mean, I still use it,
Yeah.
but that
I
turned
like
me
it for
off.
like people talking like Twitter's more funny for me. Like it's like the people talking shit.
Yeah, and you can get some good info off of there. Do you use that Snapchat?
I did for a little bit, but it's almost like Instagram took all their stuff, so
Yeah,
it's the same thing.
I fucked with it for about a month, and I was like, "Fuck that."
You know, it was crazy too. What I was doing for a little bit, and I lurk so much stuff. Is there's people that it's in like Google Analytics, like you could search like keywords and how much they go up,
Yeah,
and there's people that trade like it's called social arbitrage or whatever it is, and you go in and you'll be like I made decent money on a game like a computer components company. It's called Corsair, and it's basically all these kids are building computers now. So during Corona, it was like a stay-at-home play. They're building these computers to like stream and game because like gaming is such a big thing now. And you type in like say Corsair or how to build a PC or something like that, and it tells you like how much that has been searched. So you got to think if it's being searched a lot, you got to go to where the sales would be. So like Corsair is like computer components. So like they did earnings, like stocks basically kind of go up on earnings. Like, oh, we did really well, blah, blah, blah. We reported this much. And the stock like rocketed up because so many, you could kind of see the
and
sales.
that's how you based your purchase on.
Exactly.
You put 50 Wall Street guys in here, they're not going to say what
Yeah.
you just said.
I mean, there's a bunch of, there's some,
We've had them in here. How many Wall Street guys? We had fucking that fuck Gary, who he's a real asshole.
really,
Brandon hit 300. This guy Brandon, he had a back problem. He messed around with the stocks. He happened to buy Tesla at the right time. It
Yeah.
was in August, I think.
yeah,
And he bought it at whatever, and then it shot up on like the 29th.
yeah,
He hit
People get
300.
lucky.
He made 300K.
yeah. People
But-
get lucky.
But I mean, you put 50 Wall Street guys in here,
yeah.
off of Wall Street with the fucking or what are those suits I used to wear? Zena. The Zena suits, Gucci loafers, Rolex watch, boom, boom, boom. Not one of them would say what you just said.
Yeah.
You
And
got to do that, dude. You're crazy, Alex. You're
Yeah.
fucking crazy if you don't do that shit.
There's like a few things.
if I
like,
look on there in a week and I don't see you doing it, I'm gonna be texting you. Come on,
no, you
come
guys,
on.
I need
come on.
your guys' help.
You
like-
got to do it. I'll tell you exactly what to do.
And Tesla, the same thing is like Elon is like he has that cult following of people that just love
Yeah.
him, and Tesla doesn't make that many cars. People are basically buying it up because they think Tesla is gonna be like this utility company, like a FP&L, like they're gonna have these battery packs, and because they don't make money from their cars, like they've reported profit like 2 times.
Yeah.
And it's this big company, which a lot of people are saying, oh, well, we're buying it because later on it's going to be a utility company and they're going to store all this energy in the batteries and the solars and to do this, whatever, which it could happen, but it's not happening right now. You know, it's like
I don't see that happening.
Tesla doesn't make any money. Like,
Yeah.
I love the cars, I love the thing, but I don't like. I have some Tesla stock, but I don't like. It's not like something I would be buying right now.
Did you see the Apple car?
Yeah, I keep seeing rumors of it, but
Yeah,
you gotta. They're gonna eventually get into it.
There's this guy Mo Hongji Jia, whatever the fuck his name is.
Yeah.
He's always right.
Yeah,
And they're saying 2024.
yeah,
Type in Apple electric car.
I want to see
Now, when that happens, Tesla might be in for because that Apple has that ecosystem.
yeah. Oh yeah. Once you're in that ecosystem,
Now,
you're
can
stuck.
you imagine what
They keep saying this. So like they were saying, oh, they're gonna do Hyundai, whatever, and then they'll cancel it, and then they'll do like I think that today I got a notification they were gonna do Nissan.
Yeah, right there. It's that one right there on the far left. Yeah, the Apple car. That.
So the thing like for,
I heard Nissan today too.
for like a contrarian play that I would do is like everyone is like Apple car, electric, everything. So I would still do. I mean, I think the best play for this year's and no one is looking at is like oil and gas is gonna be. It's gonna rip hard, and when those like when oil prices go up to like 70, 80, they're saying like triple digit oil. These oil companies go up like 300-400% because they make so much money off like just these barrels of oil that are like that much higher.
Yeah.
But no one like everyone's chasing like the cool stuff like
But nobody thinks like that. So you go in there for an hour and you
Yeah.
explain part of it.
yeah,
Then you go in for another hour, explain the other part of it.
yeah,
Well, and you can start up. What you do is you start doing it, right? And you pay people for more tips. from
Yeah.
Inside.
and then another one too. And I like actually I didn't even do this in my own account. I did it for my dad's. All these things have chips in them. Like everything is gonna have a chip. Like,
Yep.
like
Yeah.
I made decent money off Qualcomm when they had like that lawsuit with Apple.
Yeah.
But there's this company that was like Applied Materials, and they make I don't know what like those chips are made out of. And right now like there's so much chip demand of like because everything's gonna have a chip in it. Like the sidewalks, the street lights. You know how like now they like go off at a certain time and they store energy and like all this stuff.
Chip is good because that's
Everything's
never
gonna
going to
have
go
a chip.
away.
Even like a counted out company, like an old companies like Intel. Everyone's like Intel's dead. Like AMD and Nvidia and everyone's like that. But there's gonna be so many chips that like everyone's gonna have market share in it.
I agree. So Intel's dead to Apple.
Yeah.
And Apple's going to beat their brains in. They
Yeah.
already are. That M1 chip I'm telling you about,
Yeah,
we were watching the video. It's 20 times faster than any chip on the market. But
yeah,
that's only in Apple computers.
yeah.
You still got Acer.
There's gonna be so much different
so you're
stuff.
still going to need the AMD, which
Yeah.
is the cheaper,
Yeah.
version. The Intel's a little bit like mid-grade. So you're still going to need the chip.
There's gonna be so much chip demand that it's gonna be like
Yeah.
they're gonna be able to go anywhere.
You got to do this.
Every single car is gonna.
Alex, you got to do it.
Come on, do it. I'm gonna subscribe to your page. Set it up.
I'll donate.
I'm gonna do it.
I'll donate.
I'm gonna do it.
You want to donate? Teach me about
Just
dividends. I'll
give me a
donate.
subscribe. What is it? What they say? Like, share, subscribe.
Yeah, like, share, subscribe. Yeah.
Give me a subscribe.
I need some help with my stock, so get that page going. So I can get
I'm
Yeah.
against stocks to the end, but the
Yeah.
way you've been talking,
Yeah,
I would consider listening to you about the dividends.
yeah. That's the most boring way, but it's the way that.
But that's the way
generates-
you fucking make money. Who gives
Yeah.
a fuck how boring
Like
it
no
is?
one's talking about like if you go on like if you ask your friend right now, or like any of your friends, you're like, what 3 stocks do you like? They're gonna say like Tesla and like the cool stuff like Apple, the cool shit,
Yeah.
you know. When like really you could be buying like boring shit like Lockheed Martin is like a good buy for like I've been buying, and all the tobacco companies like
Never going to go away.
they make so much money and no one pays attention to it. It's like there's a Altria, they own like that jewel company I think.
Yeah.
But you got to think when like weed gets legal, which it eventually probably is, those companies are probably so set up to like buy every single little weed company, and like they probably have the farms like ready to go. And like tobacco, if it goes down, like so say a lot less people are smoking like tobacco, like cigarettes, all they do is like raise tobacco prices like on cigarettes like 10 cents, and they make all the money back
And
that
it
they're
evens it
losing.
out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And these people aren't gonna stop smoking for like 10, like you could probably jack it up $5 and they're gonna be like,
Yeah.
they'll make it happen somehow. They'll buy
Or
it
they'll
some
drive
way.
to Georgia and buy it, or down here and get it
Yeah,
with the no
it's
tax and
crazy.
come back with a truck full of cigarettes. We used to do that all the time.
Yeah, and like so, like tobacco companies, like it's boring, but it makes like boring companies make good
Hey,
money.
Boring works.
Yeah,
Are you gonna do it?
the channel. Oh yeah, I'm
Yeah.
definitely doing it. I'm gonna do it.
Yeah, you text me now. Any tips you need, I'll help you
Yeah,
out.
I just hate the editing is so brutal for me.
Well, you're only one person, so it won't
Yeah.
be bad.
Cause like you have to chop it up, kind of, right?
No.
One take, go.
One take, go. So, like, if you did it with, like, a good camera,
Yeah,
like a good one, so you would have, like, a good camera, and then
Mhm.
you would have something like this
yeah.
for the sound.
hmm
So you'd have an SD card here, SD card in there. You get a toggle for your Mac.
Yeah,
You plug it in, you put it in, then you load it up on Final Cut.
yeah,
All you do is sync the video with the sound. It automatically syncs it.
yeah.
You don't have to match it. It automatically does it.
Mhm.
And because it's just you're done.
Camera.
All you do, and then if you want to fuck with like the color a little bit, you can.
Yeah,
If you want to make yourself louder, you can.
yeah.
But all you do is you put in the video, like this video, this card, you put them in, is import media,
hmm
right click, synchronize clip, new project.
Sounds
Now
easy.
the project comes down the timeline, file, share, 1080, 4K, whatever you want, it's done. And then you just upload it. That
I'm
quick.
gonna get on it.
I'm
That
waiting
doesn't.
for that channel.
That doesn't sound too hard.
No, that's all you got to do. That's all you got to do.
I'm gonna
Simple
get
as
on
that.
it. I'm gonna get on it for sure. Yeah, that one I had a lot of people because now like people always message me like, "Oh, what should I buy?" You know, or whatever, and I'll be like, "I don't know, but you could just like see this video and see what like I bought." So it's like almost like a reference point for people. So maybe it is a good idea.
So now ready? So now you make the YouTube channel.
hmm
Then you buy a website. Just
Yeah.
a fucking WooCommerce website for fucking $100, right?
Mhm.
Now on the website you have packages. You know, $9.99 for this.
Yeah,
Reoccurring.
yeah,
Forget about it. Forget about it.
yeah. There's some dudes that do like newsletters.
Just think about that.
Yeah, newsletters that like kill it.
Think about what I just said. And you know more than these fucking stock people that have been in here.
Yeah.
I've learned more today about stocks than fucking the other 30 people that have been in here trying to tell me about stocks. No offense to them.
Do you
But-
have like stock guys, like strictly stock guys that come on?
Yeah.
Oh shit.
They have 3 screens. They sit there till 5.
Oh yeah, fuck that.
Fucking 2-minute rule bullshit. All this fucking shit. Hope he loses all his money. I hate the fucking guy.
You could make money like that, but not like it's too much.
I'm gonna be on you. I got your number. You texted me.
Let's go.
I'm gonna be
I've
on
had
you.
so many people too like say I'm gonna put money in this account. I don't know if it's illegal or not. If it's not, I mean I'm not doing it. But they're like, do the login and do it for me, and I'm like, eh.
But if you built a website and
Yeah.
you had like,
Yeah.
you know,
Yeah.
or like email me for quote,
Yeah,
then you could see what the fuck they want you to do.
yeah,
Then you invoice them and then just file it with your taxes. It don't matter, dude. This could be huge, my man.
because I know you have that. That's what like when I graduated, I was like, I want to get my Series 7 and like manage money, but then like. You have to go to Morgan Stanley, cold call, be like a cold call
Fuck
bitch for like
that.
3 years.
You don't need to do all that
I was
shit.
like, not for me.
Listen, all you gotta do, get a fucking camera, get a Zoom H6, get 2 fucking SD cards,
I need one of these mics. They sound good.
get the Shure mic, BH audio. I'll give you the link. Get a Shure mic, an arm bar. Actually, I have one if you want one. I have one in there.
Okay.
If you're actually gonna fucking use it, and Zoom H6. Just you don't need a camera like this. Just a
Yeah.
decent fucking camera, a nice mic, an arm bar so you can put it here, sit on it on a chair,
Yeah,
put it next to you and say, look, this is what's going on.
yeah.
Then in the description, a link to your website with packages.
Yes, sir.
Bro, you fucking kill it. You fucking. If you go public, I'm buying your fucking
If
stock.
I do get it, I'll buy us all Teslas.
You got to do it, dude. You're nuts if you don't.
I'm gonna do it for sure.
All right, let's go over his Facebook
Yep.
and promote him. What do you have any events coming up?
I pretty much every week on my Instagram, I'll go on my story just so it's not like crowded my posts, and I'll post like my schedule.
Oh yeah, go to that billboard quick before the Montrose one.
Oh yeah, that was a cool picture.
And you got the so it was you and Legato
Me,
together?
Legato, and my boy Steve, Monroe's. They have like a I mean, it's a strip club, and
They got damn good food though.
great food, and New Year's there is insane.
Spiloti. What's the guy's name that owns it? I always say his name
I
wrong.
don't want to. Can I name drop him? Scotty Lisa.
What's his name?
Scotty.
I don't know his last. I know it's Scott.
No, the
something.
owner. The owner.
It's his.
It's his son.
It's son-in-law. It's
No, what's his name? I
Hold on.
I
hold
used
on.
to
It's coming
always
me. Hold on to me.
have to run into him.
It is-
Spilito.
No, he
It's
has all
something
those
like
cars.
that.
He has all those fucking
They
cars.
own like
Yeah.
car lots or something.
Oh man, we can't end this show until I remember his name.
Yeah.
Hold on. I'm gonna Google something quick.
Was that busy that night when you were there?
Oh yeah, it's crazy because the strip clubs will be able to stay open later than regular nightclubs. They have
Yeah.
like a different license, so all these clubs close at like 3 on New Year's, but Monroe's could stay open till like 6 in the morning. Oh,
This year?
actually, they stay open 24 hours on New Year's because
Really?
they can stay open as long as they want. So everyone, first of all, it's already crazy from like all the people. Then you have all the like in the biz people, like the bartenders. They get off work, so then they all come, and like everyone from around town, like all the spots close, and then they all go. Oh, I know the last name. It just came to me.
God, what is it?
Is it Stalupi?
Stalupi.
That's it.
Fuck.
Damn it.
I've ran into him 100 fucking times to loop.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
I never remember his fucking name.
New-
Yeah, he's-
all the strip clubs are crazy. It's fun.
Now, how'd that feel when you saw it? Is that the first billboard?
Yeah, that was
out
my
there?
first billboard, which was cool because it's crazy that you'll see like I had people in the gym that donate like in my gym. They'll be like, "Hey, I think I saw you on a bill," because there was two. There's one there, which is Okeechobee, which is like a busy road, and then on 95. And I had like people
You
in
won
my
a 95?
yeah.
Oh, he always is on 95 with those billboards.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but
so-
I mean, but
Yeah,
for him to
yeah,
be on, I
yeah,
mean, you
that's
would need a
awesome.
pin to pop my head after that.
So then I would have people in the gym. They're like, "Yeah, I'm pretty sure I saw you on a billboard." I was like, "Yeah, it's pretty cool." It's cool to get recognized by people that like don't go out at all. And then like if you're playing like I used to DJ on Wild 95.5, and like people would hear your name and they'd be like, "What the fuck? Like this is so weird." And they would like text me because we would do like a live stream from like the club. So it's like people that never go out and they get to hear your music and they're like,
Wow, I
"Holy
know
shit,
this
this is
fucking
fucking
guy."
cool as shit,"
Yeah.
you know?
Yeah.
So it's cool to get like recognized in
Now,
that
when
aspect.
when you're DJing right now, right?
Mhm.
What do they do about what's the mask rule on there? Do you have to have, like not you, but like the people that are there at the club?
All the employees wear like at every club. All the employees still wear masks. Like hygiene wise, they're pretty clean. Like they clean everything.
But do the like if I go to the club, do I have to keep a fucking mask?
You have
on?
to walk in with it. I don't know about
Like
the
the last time you DJ'd, did people have
Oh.
masks on?
no,
I can't imagine that. they
no,
would.
no one does. I mean the staff does.
Well, that's just regulation.
No one else does.
Like
really.
this fuck wants us to wear 2 masks, right? And nobody's getting fucking sick
I don't know
unless
about
you're fucked up
that. Yeah,
or around somebody that already had it, and even then you might not get it.
yeah. My buddy printed those shirts in like during Corona.
Social distance, social club.
And I was like, damn,
It's
we
just
should
so
sell them.
ridiculous. You should.
They're cool.
But first you need to do this.
Yeah,
You need to do the
the
YouTube
big money,
thing.
the big money stuff.
Okay, so his Instagram is
At DJ Alex Gregory. So I'll do like,
at DJ Alex Gregory. You can see when he's got something coming up.
yeah.
So you have nothing coming up anytime soon?
This weekend I'm at Saturday. So Saturday I'm at Kachina on Palm Beach Island. I'm there like every
Ooh,
other Saturday.
You
good
must
spot.
kill it there, boy.
Awesome spot. Friday I'm at 123 Datura. That's a really busy place. And then Thursday I'm at Camelot.
Can you text me all that so I can put it in the
Yeah,
description?
of course.
That way I can have it in there for
Yeah,
you.
of course.
So we got DJ Alex Gregory is his Instagram, and you put that all up on there, right?
Yeah.
And then he got his Facebook. Go over to his Facebook, even though nobody
Yeah,
wants to use
Facebook's
Facebook.
kinda, eh.
Uh,
And the
it's
YouTube,
just
they,
DJ Alex Gregory,
yeah.
but just go to his Instagram.
Hey,
Because
the YouTube's coming soon though.
Yes, I hope so.
I
Yeah.
have a YouTube account. I don't even know my user. I think it says DJ Alex or Alex Gregory
And-
Live.
his YouTube is
Alex Gregory.
Yeah.
yeah. You just type in Alex Gregory
I
West Palm Beach, and it'll come up.
Yeah,
I think there's. I was like, am I the most famous Alex Gregory? But there was like an
another
Olympic.
dude.
There's an Olympic rower.
Yep, I looked it up earlier. I'm like, shit, this ain't him. This is a rower.
I was like, oh, yeah, fuck that guy.
Look, you did it. Look, just for an example, I know it's been 8 months, but
yeah,
you did a 3-minute video, which is completely pointless,
yeah,
and you got 500 views in 8 months.
Yeah.
I know that ain't shit, but
Yeah.
the fact of the matter is, You're not pushing it. You're not promoting it. Hit subscribe.
Be my first subscriber.
Hold on, me.
14th. Want to see something that
It takes a minute to fucking.
when
update.
when that trying to save downtown West Palm Beach, I went around when like Corona wasn't really a thing yet, but it was like getting talked about, and I went and sanitized everyone's hands.
Is that what you were doing?
Yeah, I was just literally sanitizing. I was going to all these clubs with all the DJs, and I was just sanitizing their hands. And it was like on Instagram, I got like 100 shares because it was like funny at the time, and then it got very serious, and it wasn't as funny to people anymore.
Yeah.
And I think I got like shadow banned from it, kind of, from that video, but it was funny.
Yeah. If you would have put that on Facebook, I'm sure it would have got taken off.
Yeah.
Because it's. Well, maybe it wouldn't have because they love this shit.
And it-
Yeah, look at you said fuck you. Ha ha ha. That's my kind of guy. Yeah. Brush it off. Brush it off. Give him the shoulder.
Yeah, I was off this night, so I like went and bounced around at like every single place and like was just fucking with everybody.
Look, she just rolled her eyes at your ass.
Like one girl denies me. Like I think it's the next girl. Oh, it's one of my buddies, Aaron. Well, I think it's the next girl. I try to give it to her and she's like, "Fuck off."
Did
Yeah,
you
watch.
just straight that shit? She said, "Get the fuck out of here with your bullshit." That's funny.
Yeah, good times. I'm always trolling. Me and my buddies, like, we always like troll the internet. Like everyone takes it a little too serious.
No, but you got to keep yourself fucking, out there,
Yeah.
right? I mean, that's how you got how big you are.
Yeah,
I mean, you're doing
it's fun.
SunFest. You're booked 3 days during Corona.
Yeah, people love funny shit. There's too
Yep.
many people that are like too serious about
you need
everything.
comedy in your life, man.
Yeah.
You need to laugh. Too serious.
This
all
kid
the
already had one.
All right, man.
So
Well,
man, thank you for having
Whenever,
me.
thank you for having me. Make
Had
sure
a
you come
blast,
back,
for sure.
and you are going to do that YouTube thing.
For sure, 100%.
All right, man.
Thank you.
Thanks a lot, man. I really
Yep.
appreciate it.